Okay, good.
Useful. Ending a quick hand.
Well, I'm gonna go make some coffee, so I will be back. Feel free to launch into whatever's.
Oh yeah, drink. I should probably get a beer back.
Yeah, everybody get their drinks. Use the bathroom if you need to. Blah blah blah. No, that's
Hi.
hello.
Do your teeth feel clean?
They are.
Yeah, but do they feel clean?
I don't know. They feel normal. It's always weird feeling the bottom teeth after they clear it all out, though.
Yeah, nice and your tongue is like, what is this not smooth surface suddenly?
Yeah, it was like, what's with all these gaps? It's not normally here. It's normally all plaque and smooth.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I got mine done like a month ago, and luckily they still feel great. I'm like, yeah.
They didn't do a good enough job.
No, I mean, I feel the
Okay,
gaps.
so-
Yeah, last time, whenever they cleaned it, I feel like it only took like a couple weeks, and I'm like, why is it already smooth? Like, this didn't take very long. What the fuck happened? So, yeah.
Alright. Today's the day where I
Today.
write a journal.
Is it?
Yeah,
Are you
I've
sure?
decided.
Okay.
I'm going to write it while everything's occurring. That's the plan.
No, you just start writing it 15 minutes beforehand. That's all.
No,
Throw it
I
in
meant like
Oh, an actual like notes and stuff.
I'm gonna write the journal as though it were notes, and yeah, this way I don't forget to do it. What happens is that at work on Tuesdays I work late,
Mm.
so then like I just kind of like when we're done I want to go to bed, and I go to bed and don't remember to write the journal. I go, yeah, I'll do it later. Nope, I won't.
Ice knife is not this. Fuck. Gotta put that in.
Yeah, make sure your characters are all finished with their level ups.
Like that might be enough to make me lazy enough and pick something else.
I'm curious to learn what Sylvia has decided will be her spells. I'm not a fan of snooping, so I don't like looking at other people's character sheets.
Well, you
I'm
shouldn't be
doing-
able to, anyways.
Okay.
I'm
I
doing a
didn't know
bit
if
of
I
a
could.
custom class bar thing. It's basically kind of like a battle, except more battle.
But isn't that already a thing?
Yeah,
It exists, but it's swords.
uh, when the cool stuff happens, I'll let you know.
Coffee attained. What's the scoop hat
Oh, coffee
skinny?
sounds like a great idea.
We have not started yet, but we are now, because everybody's here.
I punched the
Can I go get my pizza? From the microwave? 1 second, we're back.
No, you can't leave. Let's
Have your cat go get it.
quick, give us all 10,000 experience points while he's gone.
Everyone
who's
everybody, everybody but 9 levels up to 12.
Sure. What is that? Is that how? What level? 10,000
Alright, pizza in
experience will
hand.
actually get you.
I have no idea. I never,
I was gonna
I've
be
never
real
even
impressed
looked
with your
at
quick
what
math
the
for a second.
I've never even looked at what the XP progression is for D&D. I've only ever done it
Yeah.
as milestones because fuck that bookkeeping. Hell no.
Yeah, that's a
Hold on. I need to make
calculation
this
and a
doesn't
half.
break anything.
Also, it's annoying when like you deal with monsters but don't kill them, and then it's like, how much EXP are you actually
Well,
gonna give them?
I know they actually have calculations for that. I just don't give a shit.
I was gonna say
That's just not. That's just
Usually-
too much work for me.
it's generally assumed that solving the encounter, quote unquote, gets you the XP.
Yeah.
Whether you kill the monsters or don't.
But like, who cares? Just level up after a couple fights. There you go.
Well,
Kill 3 or 4 bosses, and alright, your next level.
Yeah. And it discourages murder hoboing, you know,
Also
like
plain.
going into the Underdark and trying to kill 10 beholders. All right, I'm level 12 now, right?
We lit the entire place on fire. That got us on the XP.
Yeah, there's look at all the people we kill.
Wait, did you guys murder Hobo in Strahd?
no.
Alright.
I've never actually had that problem before, but I tried to
I
discourage
enjoyed-
it.
I enjoyed reading that article. Well, Reddit rage post, I guess. But I think we all saw it.
Which one was it?
About murder hoboing.
Oh,
It was just like the definition and with examples of murder hoboing. And it used the word that you chose, so I'm assuming that I don't know if it's just
I've
all
never seen
D&D
it.
players know that, or
what, being a murder hobo?
find it. Yeah, what a murder hobo is.
Oh yeah, that's been around since like the very early days of
Yeah.
D&D. Especially when I think it came up a lot during stuff like Living Greyhawk, where I mean, you know, you have Adventurers League too, but I mean, like for example, during the 3.5 days, and they had Living Greyhawk, they would often have I guess you could call it like tournament D&D kind of things. And there were times where they would run stuff like Tomb of Horrors, and there was a way to be the top players out of it if like basically you played a bunch of doors and disassembled the doors and very carefully took up all the floor tiles and the walls, and you got like you sold it. You got so much money and you won, basically. But normally murder hoboing is refusing to spend any money staying outside camping, so you're a bunch of hobos and you just kill shit and that's all you do.
Yeah.
So
Kill every NPC. Don't look back. Just kill every NPC. Don't live anywhere. Don't be responsible for anything.
exactly.
And I'll find the Reddit article. You guys can read it time.
All right. How about somebody say what the fuck happened last time?
Okay, what the fuck happened last time?
Somebody give the recap.
I'll get next time, I promise.
Don't all speak at once. And don't make KK do it again.
Okay, do it again. Just kidding. She's responsible. She is. She's been the most responsible one, other than Mallory.
I can do it, but it's gonna be Spartan.
So
We
great.
can fill in the gaps.
So, from what I remember, which is bad, we were in the sewers, and we fought some stuff in the sewers.
Goblins.
I couldn't remember if they were kobolds or goblins.
Yeah, they were
and
goblins.
They had captured name escapes me. Floon. I was gonna say Flynn. Let's see. They captured Floon. We found Floon. They had a mind flayer with them, or some other strange thing. They had another strange brain that we now have in a bag, right?
Bisected.
Bisected in a bag, which is gross. Then we left.
There's a brain dog. The brain with legs.
Yeah. Returned Floon to his rightful watcher.
What was his name? Oh, it was no. I have a POE name that's overlapping in my head. Not Vol.
Volo? Yeah, it was
Volo.
Volo. Yeah. And we were given property. Was the big thing. We were given a piece of property, and we have we figured out how we're going to pay for murder.
Well, one person is technically responsible for it.
Technically. In theory.
Technically.
The best kind of. And I think we were gonna figure out what we were gonna do with the property at this point. I think.
Yeah.
Other things I remember from past things, we still have a cipher that we've not yet looked into that I believe is in Kamala's inventory.
It is.
We have in the sewers there was dwarves, but they got away. But we found a tunnel that they got away into.
Mm-hmm.
We just
You
chose
knocked
a
one
separate
unconscious, and then the doer guard got away.
Trying to remember if we have any other odds and ends. Well, we haven't seen our place yet, right?
No. That's where we're
No.
starting.
That's really all. Because, like, I was semi-updating the quest log, and yeah. There was a thing about an eye, the location of an eye, and that was within the... I think it was the object within the necklace, or something.
Oh, yes.
Other
Okay.
people
I'm like,
found it.
what the
Like,
fuck? Yeah.
It was the reason why Flynn was taken.
And Rainer.
And Rainer. Even though I'm very suspicious of Rainer now that our friend Volo was suspicious of him, because I would tell you guys, when I found him, like, I didn't have to unlock him. Like, he suspiciously had already gotten loose from
Out of his bindings?
Out of his bindings. Did I see bindings there?
Yeah, there were ropes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe he actually did it, but did get out, but who knows?
Any other things people want to fill in on? Or are we good to go?
Troll Skull Manor supposedly has a ghost problem, but I think that's going to come up pretty quick.
Yeah, Sylvia has yet to mention that.
Ghosts. Can I punch ghosts?
Do you guys have information that I don't? I don't remember that.
Sylvia
was
got it
busy
last night.
chatting up
Does
people
another
last night.
settlement need our help?
Yeah.
You can punch ghosts at level 6.
Oh, you're fucking right, aren't you? Oh.
Yeah, that's level 6.
Can fire hurt
Ghost
ghosts?
Puncher.
You'll have to try.
And
Magic. Should be.
oh, well, look at that thing I don't have.
Or just insult them.
Do magic weapons hit ghosts?
I guess you'll find out.
If they very well could.
In other words, I think it's time to get started. So, it seems like it rained last night. Something you didn't necessarily quite notice yet, as the sun was not high enough to really cause enough of evaporation, misty, water cycle stuff. So, the whole city seems to be cloaked in the morning mist, as the sun works hard to burn off the heavy moisture. Eventually, arriving at Troll Skull Alley, you are met by the impressive, and let me move you guys to more artwork here. And I'll give you a handout of what the manor could look like. But somebody did make this, and I really liked it. So it gives you a really good sense of scale for everything. So there you go.
Hey.
It's huge.
I definitely thought it was Troll Skull.
Ooh, 3rd floor. Nice.
You are met by the impressive and forlorn sight of the building. There is no mistaking the old manor. Its corner tower rising above the neighboring shops and houses. Shingles are missing from its sharply peaked roof, and the exterior speaks to better times of smooth plaster and white paint, now fallen into gray and moldy disrepair. A large elm tree has overgrown its planting, and long branches brush against the facade, shadowing the entrance. The alleyway beyond is bustling with early morning activity, and yet the road that crosses in front of the manor is quite empty, aside from you all. And Volo steps up next to you all as you are all looking at your new piece of property, and says, Troll Skull Manor was once a tavern in these parts, but the North Ward wasn't quite as well off. Back when the North Ward wasn't quite as well off, sorry, that's what he said. Some crisis or another, can't remember which one. It's Waterdeep, there are just so many. If you read some of my books, you could learn about them. But, anyways, as far as I've heard, the owner lost everything and it eventually died in there. The place was abandoned for years before the city put up the deed for auction. I was chatting with one of the neighbors who told me about the spirit, who seems to have been good at keeping people away. Though I did have some competition when I bought the place from the city. A funny little man, but I can't remember his name. Ready to go inside?
Don't remember his name. Did you meet him?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. It's not like it was super popular, this piece of property, but there were other people there buying things off of auction from the city. I just remember it was me and him, pretty much. They were fighting over it. Shorter man, I think probably 5'8", 5, like that. Pot belly, balding a bit, I think.
Human, then.
Yes.
Well, I suppose we better take a look.
Who's going to step up to open up the place?
Volo, dear, are you sure this place is, safe?
Oh, yes, quite. And besides, you're all hardy adventurers. I'm sure you can take care of yourself.
Yes, well, falling from the 3rd floor would be not one of my things I would want to do today.
Then I guess you should tread carefully when you go inside.
Kamala will step forward and open the door. Or try to open the door.
Okay. You step forward, key in hand that Volo would have handed to one of you, so we'll just say that you have it, Kamala. Turn the handle, push it open, and inside, the ground floor is strewn with debris. Broken chairs and table dot the floor, while a large circle of mold grows over the old bar, fed by a steady drip of water from the cracked plaster ceiling. The hearth is cold, with a number of stones missing. Between the ever-present cobwebs and broken windows, the whole place is an abandonment mess. Over the bar, slightly askew and covered in cobwebs, is a portrait of several people posing and mostly smiling. A comely pair of halflings, possibly brother and sister, dressed to wait tables, an elf behind the bar, setting up a glass, and a large human, heavy-set and mustachioed, holding a cask over his shoulder as he poses for the picture. All are smiling, other than the elf, who has a sour scowl. The painting is somewhat amateur, and likely to be worth the effort to sell.
Well then, how's the floor look? Pretty bad.
Make a perception check or investigation. Either one works.
Solid 10.
Solid 10. That's totally fine. You take a step onto the floor. Seems fine, but you would imagine wherever that whatever the floor is, like where the mold spot is, you should tread carefully when you go up to the second floor. I'll give you guys all a layout of the manor as well, so that way you guys can tell me where you'd like to go.
I'm somewhat regretful that I don't remember how to cast prestidigitation. So, one of us is going to be busy.
Just 8 hours of pressing.
I mean, Kamala, I know you remember how to cast it, so, we're going to put you to work, I think.
Some of the things, this is a bit beyond prestidigitation for a few.
Also, if you take a look behind the bar, you do see that there is an unbroken mirror. While caked with thick dust, there is a phrase clearly scrawled in the dust that says closing time.
Turn all of the lights off after every boy and every girl.
Maybe it's one of those whatchamacallits, or activation phrase thinking of bobbers.
Well, I know who I want to take me home.
Oh my god.
God
God damn it.
Okay, so we are. Yeah, the first floor has a staircase. I'm assuming that's the entrance. Well, we don't know the layout, do we?
No, I'm just giving it to you so that you guys can tell me where you want to go. I have.
Like where you can see the first floor, but you know, other
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah, we only know what's in eye shot.
There might be some, what are they called? Not campers. They're called,
Squatters.
squatters, so just be on the lookout.
Oh god, we've got to go through. Okay, come on. No time for sightseeing. We've got to go and stab a few rats.
Do watch the floors, you know, especially near the mold and the water damage. It's a bit dicey.
I want to check out the basement, but somebody should come with me.
Listen,
light.
Laura, I had originally hoped that your temporary housing would have been a better condition than this.
Well, I'll help check out the basement, at least if there's no floor to fall through down there, at the very least.
No,
Yes,
so
I never
check out-
got a chance to really examine the interior myself. But, I mean, there's good bones.
Oh, well, if there's good bones, I mean, whew, I don't know how we can pass that up.
Sylvia will take a look at the mirror.
Okay. You step behind the bar to take a look at the mirror, and you, as you do so, you notice a hatch behind the bar that seems that it would probably lead to either like some kind of cellar or possible storage area. And as you look at the mirror, you hear a loud crash right from behind.
Turn around.
You look down at your feet, and you see that ceramic plate has been knocked from one of the lower bar shelves onto the floor.
God damn it, if I swear if there are any ghosts here, make your presence known so we can go and argue about this already. No?
Make
Okay.
a wisdom check.
Oh, man, I don't like no ghosts.
Oof, big oof.
Volo told me about it, so I'm just assuming it.
I'm gonna get closer to my sister.
Do I hear a ghost?
I'm gonna try to wipe down the mirror a little bit. Try to
All right, you
undust
take
it
out
by-
you take out a rag and start dusting the mirror off.
I'll take a torch out.
Okay.
Are there things to light around this room, or like places to put torches or something?
It's daytime. Are the windows open?
Like,
They're broken.
a lot of the windows are broken, so there is light coming
No,
in.
but I meant like they're not boarded. Like we can see, right?
There's only a couple that are boarded.
Okay.
I'll still light a torch.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
I'm gonna go wander around.
I mean,
I'm trying to imagine a stage.
we can look like, I don't know. Maybe the tabaxis can look upstairs. I mean,
All right, so I'm
or at
gonna
least-
actually move you guys onto a map that I have of
Right,
the
gang.
manor,
Why don't we split up and look for clues?
just so you guys can put like your tokens down and tell me like kind of where you want to go. Obviously, this map is furnished, but
Assume
For
none
the
of
most
these
part.
furnishings are here.
yeah, unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
So like if you want to,
Oh, let me.
you should be able to drag your tokens out and move around. Like for example, this area is a pantry right here. This area back here is a kitchen.
This is the thing to go down, right?
Yes, that's to go into the basement.
I gotta zoom out.
Well, being as inclined to heights as Nap is, he's gonna start checking out the top floors.
Yeah, I mean, we're both good at climbing, so
Yeah.
if the
stairs are broken or whatever.
if the stairs break, we're good.
There's something new on these. Oh my god, the little green bars show the numbers now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my character.
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
I noticed that.
Ooh, I see
Ooh.
Yeah.
that. Ooh,
Is
Mallory loves
2020
roleplay.
actually making improvements? What?
And the thing is, like, with the backseat, yeah, we can be fine going up the steps. So in case you hear a floorboard out, just hear the side. Fine.
No, what we're
If we
really
hear a herd of
adept at.
elephants, we'll know it's them.
Yeah.
We're really adept at 12 a.m. Sprinting at full speed while everyone's asleep. That's our niche.
Yes.
Yeah.
Making zoomies at the most
Yeah.
inconvenient time.
Oh boy, 3 a.m. Sprint.
Time to wake up and run around!
Late night zoomies.
All right. Yeah, let me put my token down 1 sec.
No, I already dragged you on, so no worries
alright.
there.
This might be a dumb idea, but gonna see if there's any magic in this mirror. Try to look it up, hold it, and
What'd you
say,
say?
I'm gonna see if the
Back
mirror
to
has
the mirror.
magic.
Oh,
man.
So I'm just gonna hold up and say, closing time.
You say the words, and they kind of echo very dully around this very sparsely furnished tap room. Nothing seems to happen.
Opening time?
Again, nothing really
Well.
seems to happen.
Well, no lights, no torches automatically come on, so, well, it's one less thing that's no. You'll put the mirror back down gently.
I guess you're not the fairest in all the land.
Before you guys
I will
all
ignore that comment.
scatter to the rest of the house, Volo's gonna just tap his cane twice onto the ground before kind of lift it, like throwing it up in the air and catching it. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm sure you want to take a look at your new wonderful, very much extremely well maintained dwellings. I have business to attend to. If you are in need of me, I still have a room at the Yawning Portal. You'll know how to find me.
Yes, we'll have much to discuss.
I'm sure. Have a good day. And he leaves, shuts the door behind him, and exits.
Well, Laura, I was hoping to say this in better condition, but welcome home. It's a good enough place for any of you to stay if we can tidy up a spot or two to make it habitable at least a little bit. You don't have to worry about sleeping anywhere.
You can't sleep here
Listen,
yet.
that's why we will work at least one room, one bedroom or something. We'll get to at least habitable conditions.
This ain't that bad.
There's mold all over the floor.
We will.
Can I just make like a general
Y'all
intelligence
never
check and
lived
just
in
like
an alley, did you?
tally up how much is it going to cost at minimum?
I will tell you, you'll have an easier time of doing that after you look the place over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll let you make that check when you looked at all of it.
I imagine we can take time and think about that later.
If y'all think this is bad, y'all never slept in an alley, did you?
Don't worry though, Laura. I
There's
do
a
have a
roof,
plan for how we get
and it-
money back.
Don't leak. You stay dry. I'm going upstairs to pick a bedroom.
Yeah.
Peace.
I'll take one sword
Deuces.
out.
Wait,
And
where you go? Oh, no! I already claimed the Heist. It was mine. I already claimed it. running off. Oh, please, no!
We are not calling.
If you want to try
God
and
damn it!
beat Nap to there, you're welcome to.
She will fail horribly, but she will still run as fast as she can.
I don't even know what would be the highest bedroom. Not nicest. Highest.
Highest, yeah.
Probably whatever is in the turret.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
That's-
there a bedroom
that's-
in the turret?
We'll find
Yeah.
out.
Oh, is that would be right here?
That would be there, yes.
Yep.
Okay, well, look at
That's-
that. That's like tiny as shit. You don't
It's
I'm
not,
not-
it's not that tiny. Imagine it's a little bigger.
Okay, but it's still like kind of small.
Yeah, that's where she would have been. Because she saw the tower from outside, so she would have gone for that first. Because there was like a tower one, and then there's like a separate third floor bedroom, but she's going for the tower one first. Assuming she can get there a minute
Ladies
after a nap.
And gentlemen, we are not operating under finders keepers. This is going to
I
be a
believe the
business.
technical term is dibs.
Technically speaking, she already did operate on dibs. Like,
No, you don't get to call
Last
dibs
night.
until you step into the house.
okay, well, yeah.
Paul just shakes her head at this motley crew she has been caught, swept up with.
Hey, I like to think
I'm gonna
of us
enter the
more as
basement.
deaf leopards, thanks.
You're not leopards,
That's
you're
it.
Baxi.
Well, yeah, no, technically neither of us are based off of leopards. So,
I'm taking a look here.
Caracals? Carousels? How do you say those?
Isn't it
Yeah, there is.
Not
Technically,
circles.
you can
That's a
make a
different
room
thing.
out of the turret. It is quite small, but it would be very cozy
Well,
if you wanted to do it. There is not enough room in here for a bed by any.
a performer
but-
such as yourself would naturally want a larger living quarter.
You haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I thought we were already up there.
Oh,
Well, Nap will probably see it first, so, it gets probably like
Oh yeah, it is
at least
real
at least
small.
30 seconds of examination before I get up there.
By the way, if you are gunning it for the turret and you do get up there,
Yes,
obviously.
yeah. As bad an idea as
Um,
that is, yes, I do.
Yeah.
100%.
Me too.
You do
Slip.
make it up there, and in the turret, you do see that there's a small chair and table in here, perfect for watching the city below. Beneath the table is an old water-damaged book of children's stories.
Nap picks up the book and looks at it. He squints.
is this
He
one of
puts it
them
down.
here learning things?
He shrugs and puts it down. He can't read.
Children's book. There might be pictures.
Well, there might be pictures, but it's all moldy and gross.
By the
I
way,
ain't fuck with these book things.
Oh, what condition is it in?
the what is what?
book?
What's the
The
book?
book and the chair. Are they in good condition?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, I was just checking. I don't know.
By the way, the stairs to get up to the second floor are on the outside. So it completely separates the living space from the business side.
Good.
Oh.
I'm still on the ground level. Can I like? I don't know. Is there anything that on the first floor that looks like it has recently been there? Like it's not moldy and disgusting. Like
Make an investigation check.
oh shit! I didn't have my character sheet open. My bad.
But Sylvia, since you're on the third floor,
Yeah,
it does
maybe
look like you're in what could be a bedroom.
Well, I mean, I was just putting my token there because I was probably 20 seconds behind Nap going up to the tower.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then you see the same thing as Nap.
Oh wait, did you say perception or investigation?
Investigation.
I'm sorry, I did that wrong.
Oh, well, this isn't really a bedroom at all.
Okay, I'll take that.
9 besides the now cleaned mirror. not really.
Okay.
Everything looks old, bit broken.
Well, figured it'd be good
Very
to check
dusty.
and see if there's anything from like any sort of bandits or people living in here.
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really seem like that. All right. Besides Nap and Sylvia, Laura, Vala, 9. What do you guys want to look at?
Basement.
Basement.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna come with them.
All right. You guys are going to head into the basement. So go ahead and move your tokens down in there just so I can, easily keep track of everybody. You have to crouch to descend these rough-hewn stairs. And at the bottom, you enter into a cramped cellar. To the north, you see a pile of barrels and kegs, most of them clearly empty. To the west, you see what must have been a wine cellar. The whole place is cold and damp, clear evidence of water infiltration along the walls. It'll have to be resealed before it can safely be used as a cellar again. As you step around and take a look behind the stairs, you see a very striking fresco. Child-sized faces, hands, knees, and elbows have been carved, extending a few inches from the stone wall in a way that suggests a group of children of various races running together and emerging from the rock, perhaps to play. 2 pieces are missing. One of the faces, and also a hand.
If I examine the fresco, does it look like it was like by carefully or
Just taking a cursory look, it does look a bit rushed. But you would imagine whoever took these pieces off, they might still be intact. It doesn't seem like it was has been broken off from like some kind of earthquake or something. It seems like it was deliberately taken.
Interesting.
I mean, You said that there are barrels, right?
Yeah.
Can I, can I pick one up? Are they heavy, or?
You go over to take a look at the barrels, and just as
Like,
you
just
examine them. Yeah, as you're examining them, you take a cork out of a few of the barrels and take a sniff inside, and woo! That is some strong vinegar in there, man.
Okay.
Seems like it's leftovers from whenever the tavern was in use, but has not actually been cleared out in any meaningful kind of fashion.
Okay.
You also see, as you're taking a look at the barrels, what looks to be a small doll. It's tattered and dirty and clearly quite old, but there is evidence it was once well loved and has been repaired many times.
Okay. I'll take it. I guess
Okay.
it's not in. Guessing it's not in good condition, but.
As you pick it up, the doll emits a sound, and it says, "Who's been a wicked child?"
What the?
I'll immediately drop that shit.
Yeet.
I look at
I'll
Nine.
yeet it onto the floor.
Like fire flare
I
up
don't
in
know
Kamala's
what the fuck
hands.
that was, but
as
a bad
it
time.
falls onto the floor, it says, "Please don't hurt me."
I look at Kamala.
My eyes are just wide looking at you guys.
Are you? Nice.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'll reach over and pick it up.
Okay. as you pick it up,
Gently.
it says, "Who's been a wicked child?"
You have... I don't know.
I guess, does it repeat the same thing when you pick it up?
I'm gonna investigate
weird.
it.
Okay.
Does it have, like... I don't know.
Well, it made the same sound when you and I both picked it up, so...
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay, cool. 15.
You can see that it's been repaired many times, but it looks like, as you're examining it, you kind of poke and prod a little bit, not to break it, but just to feel around, and you do feel what seems to be, I guess, like a small stone in like where the chest is. Not necessarily where the heart should be, like just in the body of the doll. Kamala, make an Arcana check. Nope.
Fuck this shit.
That's a weird talking doll. Wonder what's making it do that.
My book with me.
Nap and Sylvia, what are you guys up to?
Oh, waiting for
Well-
Sylvia to get up to the room.
Oh yeah,
So-
you guys are up there.
Oh, well, this isn't a bedroom.
What do you... I mean, you can sleep here. There's... I could... Fade... yeah, you could... This is a bedroom. Hmm.
It might be a better place for a nap, you know, whenever you're in the afternoon, tired, just need the warm rays of sun coming in, just charge you up really good. I think it'd be better for a more temporary place. Yes.
Well, that's mighty nice of you. I'll, Well, thanks. I'm
Oh.
sure you can have one of the bigger bedrooms. I mean, what with you being a fancy singer and all.
Yes. I mean, I do need my space to project my voice and hear it go back to me. I think maybe I took a look at some of the other rooms just in case. And Sylvia's gonna try to find the bedroom that is on the highest room, which would. So
Be
I
that
think
one, probably.
You'd
Yes.
you'd have to climb back down the ladder.
Yeah.
And then you would go up these stairs here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just go.
I test these windows. Are these windows broken? Or doesn't matter if they're broken. Are they openable?
Yes, they are openable.
Okay.
It does seem that the one window does have a little bit of damage. You can hear some wind whistling where the seal has gotten knocked loose, but for the most part, these windows do seem to be intact. Probably, too high up for looters to really do anything about them.
Neat.
So I'm gonna go up to the upstairs bedroom.
Okay.
Top floor bedroom.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like there's two spaces in this kind of attic-like area. The first door that you try to open seems to have been nailed shut.
Oh well, ain't this just freaking?
So you spin around to go into the other room, which would be this one right here. And this room seems mostly empty, except for a few spare chairs and tables covered with an old cloth.
Oh, well, yes, decent size. I'll lift up the cloth, see what kind of table it is.
It seems like it's an old, solid oak table.
Oh, yes, I could probably make this something. Try to move a bed into here or get a new one. It would be serviceable. I'm gonna go back to that nailed door.
Okay.
How is it nailed? Like just in the door jamb or?
Yeah, just into the door jamb. You'd imagine, like, with a hammer or pliers or something, to remove the nails, you could get it open.
Because I believe I have. I've got a burglar's pack, so I definitely got the stuff to pull things.
Yeah,
And a
I'd
spare
say you could.
crowbar.
Yeah, you could probably manage it. Go ahead and make go ahead and make a dexterity check with proficiency.
Don't know how to add proficiency on these. We'll just add +2.
That's fine.
So 11.
11. Okay, it
Now's
takes
the
you
night we're all
about
rolling shitty.
it takes you about 5 minutes, but you do manage to get all of the nails out of the door jamb and push open to see a completely empty room. The windows, however, in this room are intact, and you do see what looks to be a very cold fireplace.
Oh, so there is a fireplace. Oh.
So you would imagine this is probably a proper bedroom.
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time?
You would imagine that this would have been a proper bedroom because of the fireplace.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes. Well, I think maybe turn that other one to a sitting room or something, or maybe a few other ideas. Yes, this will be mine. Take a look at the fireplace. It's not like falling apart, is it?
No. It's not like the central hearth or the kitchen hearth, which are both falling apart. This is fairly well intact.
So even though there's a bed drawn here, there's no bed.
No, there's no bed. It's completely empty.
Okay.
Imagine it just like the handout I gave you guys, but
Yeah.
I had a map. Like, I had maps, like a couple different maps to pick from, and I thought I deleted them all because I didn't think I'd need them. So it was a good thing I actually saved this one, because it's convenient to have tokens for you guys to run around on, so I know where you guys are at.
Ah, yes. Well, then in that case, I think I'll mark this one as mine.
And feel free to write on this if you want. I'm not gonna yell at you guys for doing so. Back down in the basement, what are you guys doing?
So, like, can you tell what's making the sound?
There's something maybe on the inside, but I don't really know how it's working.
What does it feel like?
Here, touch it.
I don't know if I want to do that. What does it feel like?
There's just a hard object, like, in the middle of the doll.
It's hot.
I don't think it's possessed. I wouldn't be worried.
Kamala, do you know anything about
It no fun,
talking
it
stones?
no Blinsky.
What, is that a thing?
It was from Strahd.
Like, nope. Okay. I don't know what this is. This is a little different than most enchanted toys. They don't.
It doesn't quite seem very toy-like with what it's telling us.
No, it's quite uncalled for. Perhaps we should leave it here for the time being.
Yeah, I don't think it likes us picking it up or putting it down. None of it sounds good.
I think it's fine.
Just not
I'm just
spooked
gonna
by a
keep
talking doll?
No, I think it's
Did you have talking dolls when you were a kid? Because I never heard of that.
no, but it doesn't sound too evil. Like too evil.
It said we've been a bad girl.
No.
What? Not? How is that not evil? How is that not weird?
I don't think we should be. We're here to assess, not to
Okay.
change the moment.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I will set it near the creepy image of children on the wall.
Well, it wasn't creepy.
It's not on the wall. It's it's a fresco under the staircase.
Ah.
It's actually pretty cool looking. It's not supposed to be creepy.
P.S. I thought frescoes are usually on walls.
Listen, man.
I don't know.
I don't know what you want me to tell you about
No. I'm not trying to.
the description for this. Also, frescoes can be on any surface.
Okay.
It's just a method of working with plaster.
Got it. I got it. So,
I'm not afraid of the unknown, silly cat. Okay, let's go upstairs then. There's nothing down here. I was hoping there'd be rats.
Was there anything that we didn't look at? We looked at the barrels, and we looked at... There's a painting that Kamala saw. Is there anything else down here that you described?
There is also the wine cellar, which Laura just walked into. You can see that this room is filled with wine shelves. They're mostly empty. But there are a couple bottles scattered around.
Ah. Kamala.
Yes?
Can you come look at this wine? Maybe something's worth something and we could sell it to help fix up the place?
Yeah, the way it's been stored, it's worth a shot. Investigation, I suppose?
Either both of you can roll investigation, or if, you know the deal.
I have proficiency,
if one of you was...
so
okay.
You can...
Okay.
Do you have proficiency?
I don't have proficiency.
Well, 9, do you have proficiency in investigation?
No.
Well,
you can give advantage, can't you?
Yeah, you can give advantage.
If you do something together, you get advantage.
Generally speaking, advantage is worth a +5, more or less, depending on,
Yeah, I will give you advantage.
As long as you don't roll 2 1s. 19. Yeah. All right. So most of the bottles, between the two of you, it seems like most of the bottles are rancid and spoiled. But you do find, either they have broken corks or the seal on them has been tampered with. But you do find 3 intact bottles, very dusty, and as you wipe the dust off, they all say the same. They all have the same label. It says Whirling Wind, Kalimshan Red.
Okay.
I'll copy paste the name to you. So those are the 3 intact bottles of wine that you find. Does anybody have proficiency in history?
No.
I do.
Okay, make a check for me.
I didn't pay too much attention to class.
Yeah. You take a look at the labels and don't really remark anything of note about the names. So
I'm not more of a ale and whiskey kind of girl.
All right, so you guys are gonna leave the
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else left for us down here. Let's head back upstairs.
You're not gonna take the doll with you?
I'm not taking the doll, but I won't object to it being taken. I ain't taking it though.
I'm not gonna take the doll.
It's a no from me, dog.
All right.
So this wine, we're taking it with us, correct? Upstairs?
No point in leaving it here to rot anymore.
I agree.
Might be worth a little bit, or at least be worth drinking, perhaps.
Maybe Sylvia knows something about it also.
Oh yeah.
Totally
Of
not
course
a booze
she
hound.
Okay, upstairs.
You know, your sister is talking about claiming rooms already. She does realize we're going to have to take money out of this place, and to do that, we're probably going to have to rent rooms. I'm not going to have space for people.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a kind of rent-a-room style place.
Doesn't mean you can't turn it into that. But the place is right.
I mean, I don't know what you plan to do with Sylvia's performance abilities, but I don't think it's that kind of area.
I mean, I know I normally am the one being the pervy one.
We just
I
need
was
red
suggesting an
glass.
inn.
Oh no!
I wanted to take
think
it
of
there.
that.
9, you feel a stiff chill on your back as you talk about as this talk of renting rooms and potential more unsavory clientele type business is happening. Well, it's not like it's I wouldn't call it unsavory because it's not in Waterdeep.
Well, yeah, it's a different time.
Fest
but yeah,
halls are very common in
Yeah.
Waterdeep.
Oh,
But
guest hall, that's a
this
nice
is
word for it.
that is a different kind of institution than what this once was. And you can feel like there's just like pretty much all of your fur stands a bit on end and your tail poofs out.
Yeah, visibly hackles go up.
Yeah. You feel weird after mentioning that.
Anyone else feel that?
No. Did it?
What?
I feel it.
I don't know. I got this like weird chill right after I made that joke. Just a joke. I mean, I don't know. Is it because I touched a doll? I don't.
Where did it touch you? Like high or like low? I'm wondering if it was a child who touched you.
That's not making it any better.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm the kind of person that thinks this is funny, and it's not. I know, but anyway.
Anyway.
Do I need to go get the doll?
Let's leave it open.
We'll leave it like that. Let's go back to the other.
Where are you guys taking a look at now? Nap, did you want to go anywhere else in particular?
Nah, not really. I'm just poking around this room. Not reading a book.
It's very small. You've looked at it, pretty much all of it, unless you want to hang out up there.
Yeah, but as soon as like half of it leaves my vision, I kind of forget about it. No. Nap will leave, climb back down the third floor, and rejoin everyone in the first floor, whistling.
All right, so you come back in through the front door, Sylvia.
It probably took her a while to, fiddle around the room, so,
Did you want to explore anywhere while everybody else is kind of reconvening?
She's going to go back down.
Mm-hmm.
And try this room here.
Okay. As you try to open up that door, it cracks open a little bit and then slams shut immediately right in front of you, causing a bit of dust to plume up and water your eyes a little bit.
Excuse me, Mr. Door, but I'm trying to see what is behind you. Try to open it again.
You try to do so, but it is very stiffly shut. If you want to try and force it, you can make a strength check.
Yes, I'll try.
Unfortunately, the door does not budge.
She's gonna go back down the first floor. Bit of a huff.
Okay. All right. So you come in through the exit to the outside, coming back through the
Yes.
front.
Yeah.
So how was it, sister? You find a room for me yet? I'm being very sarcastic right now.
I'm working on it. I have found my room. I will find one for your taste. I think. Well, I'm sure that Nap found his napping spot.
So we found a really creepy doll downstairs.
Oh,
I'm gonna hop over the bar.
always showing off, aren't you, Laura?
She's always showing off.
Yeah. Look at me, misadventure. Ha! Jumping over counter. Ha ha.
That's a nice kettle over there in the corner.
I guess I'm gonna take a look at that doll.
No, we left it in the basement.
Oh, I thought that's why you're just.
It was talking, sister.
Oh. So, what wizard enchantment was on it?
No idea. But it tried to call us bad girls.
Bad girl.
It
You're
said
not-
wicked child.
Oh, thank you.
Children.
You're
I
not
forget.
into that sort of thing, are you?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's perfectly fine if you are. I'm to read your mind or something.
What? No. 9 also picked it up and it said the exact same thing.
Well, I don't know him that closely. He is inner working, so I wouldn't be able to hazard a guess either which way.
Well, it sounded like a good thing I didn't pick it up.
Oh yes, but so it does seem sturdy down there, not prone to breaking.
It needs to be resealed. There's a lot of water.
Okay, good. Now,
Like we can't.
okay,
We can't
so
store stuff.
okay, so here's my plan. We start by getting this common first floor area at least up to snuff, and then we have daily performances. We'll charge them coming through the door, and we'll get them throwing at least 2 or 3 times a day, depending upon the performances. We can get a little more beer going in, a little more ale, and possibly get that going. And trust me, we're going to have this working. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. I will help make money to help you out, and we are going to get this place back up to running in no time. Hopefully, in no time. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I have hopes.
By the way, Mallory, what did the doll say again? I want to write it down. I didn't.
It said, when you picked it up, who's been a wicked child? And when it fell, when it fell to the ground, it said, "Please don't hurt me."
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have an idea.
I generally agree. I think getting the tavern up and running would be the quickest way to start earning some funds. But we're gonna need some money to start hiring people to do repairs and cleanup and structural refitting.
Yes.
Furnishings.
Yes. I know.
Hire people.
Well, Volo and Raynor did say they had some connections to organizations who help get said things underway. It's just getting that initial funding.
So many guilds we're going to have to deal with. Just like kind of mentally reviewing in my head all the ones we're going to have to deal with.
Well, I'm sure we could probably get our feet on the pavement to doing that.
Am I the only one of us that belongs to a guild?
There's a couple of you that belong to a guild right now, actually.
Not the ones that might be the most helpful at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's a craftsman guild, but not that kind of craftsman.
How dirty was the doll?
Pretty dusty.
Okay, now after we've all examined things, can we make a estimate of repair costs?
Well, so far, nobody's really looked at the second or third floors in any kind of detail.
I
thought
say,
that-
I was
Sylvia on the third
wondering,
floor?
Nap, you've got big strong paws. Do you think you go and help open the door for me?
What were the upper floors like?
Bleh. Well, apparently my bedroom. Yes, it is my bedroom. My bedroom was nailed shut. No idea why though. There's just a fireplace in there. So it wasn't like there's any dirty secrets or anything. There's over in the other room a table and a few other things. I'm sure we can set up as a sitting room or something or other.
Yes, I'm sure you guys will want to fight over your rooms. I'll just have to go back home to my mansion at night. What a shame.
I'm sure you would like much fancier places, anyways. Us common folk would have to deal with such current accommodations.
We could always rent you a room at a steep charge in case you want to stay.
No.
That's how we're earning the gold. We're taking my 2 gold I get per day, and we're running the charge up.
I mean, technically speaking,
Drop
her
in the
name
bucket,
is
I'm sure.
too, but so then, if you are going to be in such a way, should we then have a official title in case any important people come snooping around and asking for money?
Nobody's gonna come snooping here, not yet. I wouldn't worry about that. This is no condition. It's gonna take us a while before it's even acceptable.
Well, we've got to hurry that up then, because we have 10 days, and that's not very much time. We have got to get a lot of money very quickly, and I don't want to go to.
Wait, what? How long do we have to pay that back?
30
A
days.
month?
30, yeah.
Wow. 10 days.
No, I wanted to make sure you're right.
5
Just
2
double
days. Sorry.
Har.
No, that one doesn't even add up to 30. That's what's
I
the
know.
joke.
Oh, yeah.
So, Laura,
Okay.
let's go and find your bedroom.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we actually figure out what it's... Never mind. Okay. Let's go upstairs.
Okay. Gonna take her up to the 3rd floor.
Okay.
If my damn mouse.
I'll head up to the 2nd floor and start doing.
I'll just move you guys over there.
inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
And where are you going,
Second
Kamala?
floor.
Second floor?
I'm gonna go to the 2nd floor with her too.
So you guys come out here. Nap, is there anywhere in particular you want to go? Which group do you want to split off with?
Where? By the way,
Hmm.
the staircases. I'm a little confused. Like, which one goes where?
This is the staircase that goes up to the 2nd floor. It's on the
Okay.
outside.
So this is the. All right.
This staircase
Pinging worked
goes
fine
up to
before.
the 3rd floor. So this is the one.
So on the 1st floor, this is up.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
I'll go over there with those two.
It's just on the outside.
And then what's this?
That goes up to the 3rd floor.
Okay, great.
All right.
So the 1st floor is business only, and the 2nd floor is non-business.
Correct. All right. So on the 2nd floor, Kamala Nap 9. You enter into what looks to be probably was a common room. Room is very sparsely decorated. A few old hooks can be found on the walls, but their paintings were long ago sold or stolen. A couple of old chairs and a small table are pushed up against the west side wall, and a cabinet once set beneath the east window, but it's been smashed to pieces. The fireplace is dark and cold, with a small puddle in the center where the rain has come down the old chimney. There is a door to the south and the north. The south door leads up to the third floor and some other rooms, along with the north door. Yeah.
I'd like to. Oddly, I guess Nap and Sylvia passed through this room to get to the staircase.
Yes, they did.
I'll check. I'd like to check the far south. I guess. Here, I'll move my character. I shouldn't have to describe it. Ooh, not have right. I want to check out this room, or at least try to.
That room. The door seems a bit jammed. You can make a strength check if you want to open it, though.
Yeah, sure. I'm a little sissy, but I'll try. I liked having the pop-out sheet, but then I had problems, and now I can't see the game and the sheet at the same time. So keep opening
have a duplicate tab.
You can have the game open twice?
Secret. Yeah.
Or you just have your sheet open and you double click where your name is and it minimizes it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've told you that, guy. I've definitely told people that before. I'm not sure if
I do that.
Yeah,
I do that.
All right. Well, you said make a strength check.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
You take a firm hold of the handle, twist hard, and slam your shoulder onto the door, kind of body checking it, and manage to force the door open. And it seems like this room is otherwise empty, but it does lead out to a balcony.
I'll continue to the balcony. I
Okay.
guess. Might as well.
The door opens with no issue. You're out on the balcony.
This is nice. Okay.
It is nice. You see, you have a bit of a view across the street, and you can see some adjacent houses and people milling about down below. Kamala, Nap.
What's this thing on the wall? Sorry.
What's thing on the wall?
What's this?
It's a fireplace.
Okay, so it had a fireplace.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Kamala, Nap.
I'm just bumbling around, figuring my way around, figuring out where the most damage is.
Okay. So you're just taking a look around.
Yeah, I'm taking stock.
Same, because at first no one else was doing that, so I'm thinking that's my job, I guess, as the responsible one.
Okay, so Kamala, you open the door to this northern area, and you can see that this room is caked in thick cobwebs. The stink of decomposing flesh fills your nose, joined by an acrid stench. As you look off to the left, you notice there is a giant spider, kind of curled up in this corner, and you can see that there are 2 swarms of smaller spiders next to it, possibly babies. As you see this, the spider begins to, I don't know, stand up, I guess, and
That's my
makes a
response
step
right there.
towards you. So, well, I would like for you to roll initiative, please. I just want to know what your number is. I'm not going to add a token. I just have their health that I'm going to keep track of. All right.
Wow. That was great.
Yikes. Big yikes, we suck today on the rolls. Except for my strength check. One time we should be strong.
I'm not sure what that... Okay. Spiders. Alright, yeah, I'm not sure why that link broke, but I think... Alright, so they're going to be... I'm just going to add a general use token so that I can keep track of the initiative. Creatures and monsters. And Toyn, it got it's plus. It got a 7. And I'll have we'll just add that thing. And that'll act as the swarms. I'll add turn for that. They got an 18. Alright, so the 2 swarms of spiders are going to act first. They are going to choose to do nothing. As they are baby spiders and are going to let their big mom try to take care of this before they have to do anything. So, Big Mama Spider gonna move on in. And that definitely has enough movement to get to you. So it is going to bite you. That is a natural 1. It rears up and tries to slam its fangs down into your body, but you move far too quickly. And instead it embeds its fangs into the wood and is a little stuck. So, Kamala.
I mean, I'll take that roll, what I did. If I could position it so it hits the spiders and the big guy, I don't think there's enough room, but yeah, I'm up. I went with the ice knife. That's what I rolled, you know?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Are you gonna try...
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna yell, but I'm not gonna yell. Giant spider, nap, 9, and hopefully everybody, you know.
It's like, giant spider, please help me. And so you're gonna go for the ice knife on the giant spider?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that 13 does hit.
Takes a 9, and then it has
just barely hits. Well, I should say it just hits. Its AC is 30. So we'll take that health. Oh, okay. This thing's health is way lower.
Is there a point in time which we can roll, like, perception check?
You would have heard her.
I rolled initiative already, by the way.
Can I roll initiative?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll add you to initiative on the next round.
Yeah, I guess probably with 2 since I am there. I'm with her.
You're
Alright, so
you
the
guys are in
dex
earshot?
save.
You're on a different. You're above us.
Yeah, but you're still in earshot. I mean, it's not like the walls are soundproof.
I guess it's a different floor, but alright.
She's shouting.
Alright, so
That's my
it did make the dex save.
Alright, then no damage, I believe.
Does it still take the ice?
Well, it still took the to hit damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the baby spiders are too far away to be hit by the ice. These do. All right. Cool. All right, so we'll now actually have that. So Nap, you're up first.
Do you succeed in not hitting yourself with the ice knife?
I would have done it here. Then
Oh,
it wouldn't
yeah,
hit.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay, so that's about. Oh yeah, I can move 40 feet now. Fuck that. Oh, I love monks. They're so good. They're so fun. Ah!
There's a big spider in your face.
I
Yep,
run
you
into
know
the
what?
room and I'm only
I
looking
have
at
to.
Kamala and I say,
He's right about my. I have to save against my own knife stuff because 5 feet of the target, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's not an AoE skill. It's 5 feet or you take damage.
which is why you can maybe twin it, maybe.
Sage advice says no. I looked.
Yeah, but I've seen
I'm.
Sage Advice that said yes, so
Yeah,
it's...
I feel like it should be yes because it is a single target.
It's a single target skill that then has
Let's
to
forgo.
DC.
Anyway, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter right now.
So he runs into the room. He goes,
All right, so you
"I
take
heard you
7
yelling.
cold
What happened?"
damage.
What happened? And he hasn't looked to his left.
You just see that there's a couple like Kamala's basically dress and face are coated in
Goop.
a thin sheet of frost as her hand is outstretched in front of her.
It's the middle of winter. What happened? And then he looks to the left, and then he looks up. He goes, oh, that's what happened. Oh, okay. And he reaches down to his thighs and he pulls out two. He grabs a dagger in his hands, and it's not like a stabby dagger. It's a punching dagger. So it's got the T-shaped handle, and it's like in between his fists, and he's gonna go with the ha. Give him the hoo-ha and miss. Oh, hit.
Pop,
Cool.
pop. All right, that first one hits.
All right.
And that is enough. You stab it. Since its head is still down, it's trying to like pry its fangs up from the wooden floor. And you get it right in the center, where all the creepy eyes are, kind of darting around, looking at you, and you just feel some goo explode onto your hand, and the legs begin to curl up under it as it falls to the ground with a heavy thud.
Hold on. He holds up his hand. He starts shaking his hand to desperately clear the goo. And he goes, hold on. Need a minute. Oh, that's gross. Oh, jeez.
You do see 2 more swarms of spiders, though, towards the back.
He can't move anymore, and I don't think I can throw anything as a bonus action. So.
Yeah, you have to do another. You have to do an unarmed strike.
Yeah, I can't throw my fist. So he's just he's gonna be retching and.
You are not a Sun Soul monk.
Right.
He's gonna be retching and like shaking his. Oh, but I can do that other thing. No, that's not really worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna be retching and trying to shake the goo off his like hand before it stains. And you know how cats take baths?
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't want to lick that shit.
Laura, it's your turn.
So I'm gonna dash.
Okay, I'd say you'd be able to. I'll move you. You'd be able to get to like right here.
Okay.
With your full movement. You have anything you want to do as your bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okie dokie.
Okay. All right. Next are going to be the swarms of spiders. They are now going to attack. Yeah, since they're a swarm, they can just move into your spaces. And they're going to begin swarming you, climbing all over your body and trying to bite you.
See, that's why.
All right, so that one against Kamala is it's a 7 to hit, so that's not going to do anything. But the one against Nap is a 19 to hit.
Nope. That hits.
Okay. You take just roll it.
I assume a con save.
You take 10 points of piercing damage. As tiny little bites begin piercing your fur.
Ooh, owie, my bones.
Yeah, it is not pleasant. Sylvia, if you also want to dash, I'd say you can get right next to or behind Laura.
Yep, right behind Laura. And I will pull out my rapier.
Cool. 9. Giant spider's dead.
I am not a monk, cat, so I can double my movement, so I know I will definitely make it.
You will.
And kind of as I get through the doorway, the first thing I notice is the stench, because you did describe that as well.
Yes, there is
So-
decaying flesh.
Yeah, the first thing I notice is the stench, and I put my face in my arm and my elbow, I guess, and like look look to see my two friends covered in spiders, or
The situation
I'll
has been
take
made worse
out.
by the addition of yet more spiders.
Yeah, it's I'm like in shock. I will. I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna have a hard time stabbing a mess of spiders. So, I'm gonna whip out my guitar, my lute, and I'm gonna go for a vicious mockery.
Okay.
I want it to be like a cool chord though. And
Which one are you viciously mocking?
I'll viciously mock the one on Mala first.
I see how it is. Racial solidarity, my ass.
Yeah, it has a -2 to its wisdom. It's gonna be a no for it, dog. So you do viciously mock the swarm of spiders somehow as you see a couple small spider bodies just begin to kind of like pop and fall off of Kamala's body. So it did seem to work.
I don't have anything else to do on the turn.
Okay. Kamala.
Shivering a little bit. I see Ice Knight may not have been the wisest choice. And I will cast at the ones targeting my kitty cat friend, Magic Missile.
Okay.
They never miss.
They don't.
Oh, wait, I don't have Magic Missile. Never mind. Wrong sorcerer.
Turns out Magic Missile can miss.
It can if you don't have
You
it.
don't have it, yeah.
Don't have it.
Well, we're gonna have some real fun here, because then we're gonna do some twinning. One at my swarm and one at the other. Firebolt that will cost me 1 sorcery
I
point.
will kindly remind you, KK, that if you are using the Tweak Sorcerer, you do not have Metamagic yet. You have Sorcery points,
that's right.
but you do not have Metamagic.
That means I can convert. Well, I'll use my bonus action to convert and then just Firebolt something.
Okay.
Because I can't do anything else with it. So you might as well convert it to a level 1 spell. Okay. So I'm just going to remove that spell. And, yeah, we'll just Firebolt. The one on the kitty cat.
Okay. It will have to be a disadvantage because you are at melee range.
Nope.
3 to hit.
That is going to go.
There you go.
You are far too distracted. You try to reach your hand out to like very carefully start burning the spiders off of Nap's body, but you're having too much of a hard time. I would like you to make another attack roll, this time on Nap.
Are you... I hate you. Don't do... Cat. Please, I'm painting.
Does a 13 hit your AC, Nap?
13 does not hit my AC.
Okay. It instead, you just barely miss Nap. Singeing just a tiny bit of his fur on the arm, and instead burning a couple of the cobwebs behind him.
He yelps.
Nap, it's your turn.
Nap proceeds to... Do I suffer any form of disadvantage to hit the swarm that's on me?
No, you do not.
Okay, I start patting my body up and down to try and pat the swarm off.
Okay. All right, you begin.
Is it dead?
No. You begin kind of like, smacking at your body, and you are getting a couple, but not as many as you would like.
Am I hearing it has resistance
Yes.
to bludgeoning? Really?
Yes.
Oh, that was my action. Can I use my interact with a...
It's too
I
late.
can either hedge my bets or die. Well... It's not really much I can... Is there anything I can do to shake them off?
Not unless you could try to make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Because you are hitting them.
That's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna hit them another 2 times.
Alright, hit and a miss.
Ugh. Great, I'm going to die to spiders again.
Okay, Laura. I think we're going to switch to battle music now. I don't know why I was expecting this not to take very long.
These little spiders are tough.
They are.
The big spider was so weak.
The swarms of spiders are no joke, man.
It's definitely the big one that's an issue.
I'm moving over here. So... Do I think I'm going to hit my friend if I aim at the swarm?
Only if you get a natural one. And it's only a chance.
Then I'm going to... put the torch gently down and take out my second sword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing my saber.
That 12 just hits.
And I will hit. I'll use my bonus action.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You begin cleaving away some of the spiders on Kamala. Will that be all?
Yep, that's all.
All right. Next up are the swarms of spiders. They are going to... The one is going to stay on Nap because it was... Nap was hitting them. The other one, however, is going to now move on to Laura, because now she was damaging them. So let's see. All right, so that's going to be a no for Nap there. Laura, does a 12 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. All right, so both of them miss. They do not hit. Next up is Sylvia.
So, there's still Swarm on 9, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nap and Laura.
Poke the ones that are on Nap.
All right, you're gonna have to move into the room.
Yeah, thank you.
Go for it. Make that attack roll.
Come on, sheet. Don't mess up on me. Don't do a weird... Holy shiznit!
Nice.
And then I'm going to... Give me a sec. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Hold on. Okay. That is enough to kill the one swarm of spiders. With your rapier, you definitely managed to cleave off the rest of the spiders on Nap. I can't remember which one is keeping track of my initiative. Of course, it's the one that's dead. So I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to move it off to the side.
Nap, dear. When I said it was time to take an afternoon nap, I didn't mean right now on the floor with spiders.
You're saying I'm here to fuck spiders.
No, I'm saying don't nap. Nap.
9.
Well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing.
All right.
Rinse, repeat. Gonna continue to play a really discordant chord.
Try to keep mocking. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a failure. That's going to be a 1 after the modifiers. So they will take 3 points of psychic damage. You again see a few more spiders just kind of shrivel up as they crawl over Laura's body and die. Somehow, you insulted them in such a way that they just could not handle it, and they died.
No, I'm not insulting them. I said I'm playing like discordant.
Oh, discordant
magic
melodies.
music.
Your music is so bad that they just can't handle it.
Intentionally bad. Yes.
Yes.
Let's go with that.
Yeah,
Kamala.
let's go with that.
All right. So
Discourse
fire,
is always sound
ice
bad.
didn't work. Fire didn't work. She's going to hold her hand out over where the swarm.
Okay.
That's a melee spell attack, so we won't get the disadvantage.
I'm going to try to lightning them.
I'm hitting them with one of those rackets, basically. You know, with the electric.
Oh,
temperature
yes.
hand.
Yes. All right. So you outstretch your hand and just kind of very carefully place it right above Laura's body where the spiders are crawling, and just kind of like an electric shock sparks out from your hand and singes them. It seems like there's only a couple spiders left.
And that's it.
All right.
I'm just picturing a mage with like slapping themselves with with an ice spell, a fire spell, a lightning spell. Get the fuck off!
Surely one of these elements will work.
Yeah. Now,
Well, Nap will. Spiders are off a Nap. He's gonna start clapping the ones that are on Laura.
okay. All right, that'll be enough.
Squish. Squishy, squishy.
You very deftly and easily managed to remove the last few spiders that were on Laura's arms, and it seems like the threat has been dealt with. Congratulations.
Sorry about that, Nap. Didn't mean to singe your fur there. Just kind of a It was an upset cat.
Desperately licking the singed portion of fur.
Guess we made an even bigger mess of our new place.
Any other surprises?
Got my hand all covered in goopy. Now I'm burnt. I want to go home. I'm tired. I want a nap.
Kamala, as you look on the ground, the threat of the spider's now gone. You do see in the middle of the room, there looks to be some kind of brooch. Also, back in this corner around here, that's where the webbing is the tightest, and you do see what looks to be a fairly large, well, some kind of humanoid-sized something wrapped in spider webs.
Maybe the real ghost was the spiders we met along the way.
If I could just have one day without running into a dead body or making one.
I'll help you go look.
But I'll kneel down to pick up the brooch and kind of almost half expect it to talk to me or something, but I'll inspect it.
You pick up the brooch. It seems to be very ornate and lovingly made. It's like a cameo. And the frame of it is wrapped in kind of an antique brass or bronze looking metal. In the cameo itself is a little oh my god. There's a bit of a patina to it. It's like an ivory-ish off-white looking color. It seems to be of a spider.
Very odd. I'll show it to the group. I say, interesting that we find a spider brooch next to this spider.
Yeah. That's really weird. Is that like a clan, a guild symbol?
Make a history check, Kamala.
I have my book if you want. Can she use my book for advantage if she needs it?
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. So I think and kind of just flip through the book really quickly. Oh, maybe this page might help. And
Nice. Unfortunately, there are no guilds associated with spiders, but this does seem to be a very nicely made brooch. And as you take a look at the back and kind of try to examine it some more, you do notice some very, very, very faint magical runes etched into it, like etched into the back of the brooch. You would wager a guess that there might be some kind of magical aura on this, but you don't know if it's for anything or if it's just seems to be, for some reason, very faintly magically enchanted. Also, I'll say with that history check, you remember once buying a piece like this out in the city, and you guess by how much you paid for that piece in the condition of this one, this might be worth somewhere between 5 to 10 gold pieces.
Fancy, pricey.
alright.
Who's noting it?
I'm writing it down in my inventory.
Great.
Spider brooch, spider brooch.
Does whatever a spider brooch does. Can it swing? No, it can't. It's just a spider brooch. Look out. Spider brooch. Alright. What are you guys doing?
Not to broach the subject, but
I like it.
Got him.
Well,
Well, now that bit of
I'm salty.
Laura, let's
Yeah, what?
leave the Spexy to his alone time. Third floor.
Punch the highlights out of my hair.
I wanted to look at the dead body that's in the cobwebs.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to investigate the smell.
Hey,
Okay.
it's just a people-sized lump. That doesn't mean it's a dead body.
9. The decaying flesh smell does lead you over to around this area where the humanoid size webbing is.
Cocoon.
Yeah, cocoon type thing.
I'd like to give it a tap, see if it moves, kind of thing.
You just kind of bat it very gently with your one paw, and it just kind of moves back and forth a little bit in the webs. It does not seem to react beyond that.
Okay. Not sure if it's alive. Does anyone have a good idea on how to open it? I would say we should get whatever is inside out.
Knife.
I have a knife.
Do I have one? I don't think I have a dagger.
I have Can I use survival?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Boom.
Nice. All right, so you take out your one knife, Laura, and you've encountered this before out in the wilderness. Giant spiders and massive webs. You even had one of your companions who wandered off the path get caught in some webbing and stuck in a cocoon. You managed to rescue them in time. So you know how to cut specifically to break down thick webbing like this. And you do manage to crack open the cocoon. And inside is not a pleasant sight and not a pleasant smell.
Dragons.
You see it's definitely dead because it's mostly bone at this point. And there's some goo, but yeah, there's not a whole lot left on the bones. So, but the bones are small, so it was either a halfling, a gnome, or a dwarf. If you'd have any guess. You also find inside the cocoon a pouch. And inside the pouch is 23 gold pieces.
Well, I guess that's ours now.
I play the Final Fantasy Get music.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You guys didn't level up though.
No.
It was just a successful battle and found some stuff. That seems to be the only things of note in this particular room.
Sweet.
Yeah, do we want to maybe we should bandage up our companions?
No, that's fine. I'm just.
Are we all right?
taking
Because
a breather.
Kamala, I got an icy heart, but looks a little worse than usual.
Wearing it on my sleeve.
I'm taking a short rest. Fuck it. I'm taking a nap.
All right, so a couple of you are going to just rest for an hour.
Yep.
For the people who are not short resting.
Laura, let's go find your bedroom while they're napping.
Okay.
I'd like to head back to the first floor, and
Okay.
I'd like to cast Unseen Servant as a ritual,
Okay.
and just kind of start, cleaning up.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Kamala and Nap, if you want to look at the rest of this second floor, just to have it cleared out. There's nothing else of danger on this floor. There is a bedroom through this door, and you go through this bit of a hallway. So it's just another bedroom. But Sylvia and Laura.
Yes, this door was a little stubborn to me earlier. Maybe you would have a better attempt at opening it.
Sure, sister. Stand back, and I will.
Okay.
I just gently try to open the door.
It seems it will not budge.
Okay, and I'm like, wow, sis, you're right. This doesn't really want to open, and then I pull hard.
All right, make a strength check.
Wait, it is a pull door, right?
It doesn't matter.
It's actually a push door.
Okay. The door won't pull. You push. Oh.
Move.
You try with all your might, but your hand just slips straight off the knob, straight off the handle. Cannot get a grip. You kind of pull something a little bit in your shoulder.
It's covered in spider goo.
Yeah, sister, I don't think this is gonna open.
Well, I mean, you've got to get all these doors open sometime eventually. Come on, I'll help you. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, ha!
One of you make a strength check with advantage.
You can do it.
No, I can't.
I want to see you try.
Oh God, fine.
Wow.
Fine.
Double
Sibling
once.
rivalry.
Double once. Double. Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Wait.
Between the two of you, you give it
It'd
a
still be a
one.
19.
Yeah, that was weird. Why give like 3 rolls?
Did
Oh, because
Oh, you did super advantage.
Accidentally clicked that, but still, it was a 3.
Yeah, it would have still been a. Yeah, it would have still been good. All right, so you do 1, 2, 3, and between the two of you, you have a nice solid grip on the handle, and boom, with all your might,
Does it just come off the
leading
hinge?
you into what looks to be what once was a library or some kind of study. Do you go in?
Definitely.
As you enter the room,
I enter.
it is immediately apparent that this was a study or library of some sort. A heavy desk sits beneath the window, sun flowing in from the east. The south walls are covered in bookshelves, though only a few books remain.
Oh, take a look at some of these books.
I'll help search
Most of
for.
them seem to
They
be
have a whole room for
rotted.
Take my hand back. Oh, well, at least it's some place to put future acquisitions, I guess.
There is also a desk in there as well.
Sister, check the desk. I'm gonna look around the shelves. Maybe there's some hidden loot or something.
Or a hidden
in the
love letter.
books.
Yeah, you never know. I'm gonna look through the desk.
I'm gonna look through the bookshelves for either a nice book or like weird, like maybe like there's a like a paper in between the book that like really shouldn't be there, and it's like, or
Okay. Laura, go ahead and make an investigation check, and Sylvia, you're taking a look at the desk?
Desk, yeah.
Okay. So the surface of the desk is heavily scratched.
Ooh.
Wow.
oh.
Short phrases are crawled in to clawed clawed into it over and over again. No coin. Closing time. Everyone gone. Abandoned. Last call. As you read the messages, the door slams shut behind you. A keening wail fills the study before an invisible force slams into the bookshelf, tossing several volumes onto the floor, just as you were about to pick one up. Laura?
Oh. I pick it up. Sister, this place is weird.
Yes, it is quite. That's another thing we talked back to Voldo with. If I don't wring my hands around his neck, that is.
Did the items that moved reveal anything?
No. It's just several volumes fell to the ground, and the door is now slammed shut.
What are the volumes of any significance?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna put them back up on the shelf.
Okay.
Well, sister, I don't think there's really anything special in here. Let's get going. And I attempt to open up the door by myself.
Okay. Make a strength check. You pull and pull on the door, but you cannot seem to get it open.
Oh my god.
You feel some air moving at your feet as a couple of the books that were strewn onto the ground begin to flutter a bit.
I turn around. I take out my sword. Sister?
Was there anything like, was it just like a plain desk? Like there was no like drawers or anything?
No, it's just a plain desk.
Okay. So then I look around and I see books starting to move. I'll pull out my rapier. This day could get any worse. Come on, ghosts. Let's just come out and talk this through. Don't need to do any of the spooky things. Maybe if we could strike a deal of some sort, things would be a whole lot better for all of us.
As you begin speaking into the air, Sylvia, you are still standing near the desk, yes?
Yep.
You can see a new message start to get scrawled into the surface of the desk. Eventually, it says, "Deal?" with a question mark.
Do I see it too? Oh,
good.
Yes, yes, you do.
So it appears we have some form of communication. So, appear to be the new owners of this place, and let's just say that we under unfavorable circumstances. As such, we are trying to return this place to its former glory, perhaps spread into a bit of the art as well, a bit of the performance, and getting this place back up to run again as a bar. And as such, I do not wish to harm you, but if there were some sort of agreement forth to where you would not harm any patrons that might come to visit, we can get this place up and running and back to its former glory.
There's a bit of a pause. And eventually you see, again, a new message being scrawled onto the desk. It says, "Grand opening?" with a question mark.
Yes, a grand opening. More more than just ale. A true sustenance for the soul, to be enriched not only in the finest drinks, but in the finest works I have to offer. I, Sylvia Silvermoon, had many different bits of literature, poetry, musical acts to perform. Heck, if we can get more people in here and get this place truly up and running, why, it can be a little home away from home, I guess. After all, this is Waterdeep, and if we can get the looking respectable again, people will surely come, and we will surely be making, profits. And I assume you would want some form of profit in return.
The next message that appears just says restore, and then a line is scratched under it, like to give it emphasis.
Of course. I aim to restore from glory and then some. Heck, a few fresh coat of paint, fix up some of the loose tiles. We can make this place even better than it was. Tell me, what color would you prefer? White or a bit more of a beige or blue?
Oh my god.
He thinks on it. Well, he thinks on it. It seems that there's another pause, as if the ghost was thinking on it. And then writes onto the table, Burgundy.
You know what? This might go just a little bit faster. Just a moment. Pulling out some. Tell me, is there a faster way we could communicate? I'm thinking this table might not have enough room for all of our conversations.
Seance? With a question mark? And then after that, you see possession, ... willing host.
I have a scared look on my face.
Temporary.
Well, I don't mean to ask this, but this might be a way to get some answers quicker. And don't worry, I do know some of your personal secrets. I do know where to hit you to make you fall down if necessary. I promised I'd never do it in public, and it was just. Besides, we're just keeping this between the two of us and the entity.
Okay, well, take my swords.
Of course.
And my bow.
Oh, yes.
Since we know that's kind of lethal. And,
Is there a chair here?
There is a chair. It's just very simple wooden chair.
Good. Pull it up next to the table. Well, Laura, I guess you should get comfortable and how do those clerics say it? Receive the spirit?
yeah. So I'm gonna cast Goodberry first.
Okay.
And make some berries, and I'm gonna, here, sister, take these just in case, something happens.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Berries, yes.
Okay. And so Laura's gonna, meditate, I guess, and clear her mind, and, be willing to take on the spirit.
Okay. Make a I mean, I know you're willing, but I'd still like for you to make a wisdom check. Okay. You try your hardest to still your mind, but you can't seem to concentrate very well enough. So it takes quite a while of just sitting there, hearing nothing. You occasionally hear very soft drip, drip, drip from some water leaking in from last night's rain. Takes about 30 minutes. But eventually, Sylvia, you noticed it really quickly because it almost seems like this kind of like ghostly appearance, kind of like semi-transparent overlay of another humanoid comes over Laura's form for about 30 seconds and then disappears. Laura isn't there anymore. I mean, Laura, you're there. You're aware of what's going on, but you are now possessed. And as this happens, Nap, Kamala, and Nine, you feel like this chill, like this disgusting chill run up your spine, and it's almost like the rooms that you're in get respectively darker somehow for about 30 seconds, and then they're back to normal again.
Place is really starting to weird me out.
Starting?
My hair just stands up like the first time.
To be fair, I don't think anyone's actually lit the fireplaces yet, so might be good.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, nobody's lit the fireplaces, but
With all the firewood we have, yes.
All right, let me give you just a handout.
Well, we have Sylvia's bow.
Where do you have my bow?
So that was the appearance that you saw, Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
But Laura's eyes open again. Well, this is a little strange, I think.
Hello, sir?
Yes.
Good you are, male. My name is Sylvia Silvermoon, star of the stage and poet of the page.
Yes, you had said previously.
So, what might your name be?
Liv. My name's Liv.
Liv. And what is your, connection to this place?
I own this place.
Do you also run it?
I did.
I see. So you are merely the title holder, as it were.
Yes. I suppose that would be right.
Okay. Well, good. So, do you remember the last time you worked?
Long time ago now, I think. Kind of hard to keep track. Not too many visitors since the place closed down.
I'm afraid a lot of time may have passed.
Lots of trespassers. A couple kids come in every now and again, looking for shelter. I let them stay here. Not for too long, though.
So, I need to be frank. I need to be quite frank and honest with you, though they're not here right now. I'm sorry, bad joke. Well, we're in a bit of a misunderstanding with a certain associate. We are in quite a lot of internal debt.
Yeah.
And we were hoping to get this place renovated to turn it into a former bar. Wouldn't hurt to return it to its former glory. And since I am a actress, I could always, do some hosting of myself. Have a few performances, maybe on the front rooms every night.
I would like to see this place turned back into a tavern. Turn it to its former glory, I think. There's some
tavern
things.
and more.
There's some things that are missing before it can be really right again, though.
And what would those things be? I'm ready with a shopping list.
Laura's face gets kind of puzzled, and she brings up her hand to kind of scratch her head and like squints. I'm not quite sure. It's if you said it's been as long as it has been, my memory's probably not what it once was.
Do you know
I'm
what
sorry,
should
I don't
be?
know. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sure if you take a look hard enough, maybe ask some of the people around here, they might know. Did you just buy this place by any chance? Have you met any of the neighbors yet?
We acquired this place recently, yes, and no, we have not met any of the neighbors. It's still quite early in the morning.
Well, depending. If you find Fala, Lefalier, they ran a greenhouse in Trollskull Alley. They're an elf. They're still around. They might remember what it once was.
What
there
did you
was
say
also
the name of that place was?
I can't tell you the name of it, I'm sorry. But I do remember their name. It was Fala, Lefalier. They ran a greenhouse, I think.
Greenhouse, that was it. A greenhouse, okay.
Yeah. There was also this, investigating business. What was that woman's name? Give me a second, I'm looking it up.
Take your time, dear. This is very crucial information. And I have patience.
Damn right. Alright.
You better.
Relphine, I think her name was. I remember she had pointy ears. She might have been Elven too. Like I said, she ran some kind of investigating business, I think. News gathering, looking into all kinds of stuff. She's still around. She might know too. I'm afraid that's all the help I can give you, though, as far as that's concerned.
Would you happen to know if there's anything inside of this house that should not be here, that is here?
Should not be here.
Anything that needs to be removed? Besides, of course, dust.
He thinks about it, and then, you can see Laura's face get really dark, and Lift's appearance kind of starts to appear again, and Laura, you can feel him kind of fading a little bit, but then he kind of pops back in. Something wrong about the basement. I don't know what, though.
My other people said there was a creepy doll down there.
I don't know what that's about, but maybe one of the kids who came in left it there. I don't know.
Yes. Well, now that the serious questions are out of the way, a few more of the lighter ones, if you don't mind. What do you prefer the drapes? You said you wanted burgundy for... What color for the inside, for the drapes?
I'm not too much of an interior decorator, I'm sorry. I just always like that color, though.
Well, if we are going to return it to its former glory, we can always turn it grander.
I guess you could. Though I would like to see it as it once was, before you make too many changes to it, if that would be alright.
Of course. Of course. Just, I didn't know if you had any performances there on a daily basis, so inform improvement.
If you really are looking to bring this place back, I can help if you want.
That would be most appreciative, sir. I do not want to cause any strife between us. It's always
There
bad
are
for me.
some riffraff that come through every once in a while. I can try to make sure they stay away too while things are happening. Just I really would like to see this place back the way it was before.
Of course, of course. Is there anything I should do or say to let you know if there is non-riffraff coming in? Repair. I don't know exactly who there might be, and so I wouldn't want them to be scared off.
I tend to be a pretty good judge of character. I'll be around.
Thank you, thank you. Is there any other way that we could communicate? I don't know if I have my sister with me to help in our conversations.
I don't think your sister's much enjoying this, so probably not. Unless you can find somebody else. I think we'll keep our conversations brief.
I'll probably get a new table or something then. In the meantime.
That would be fine. I can leave messages in dust, too.
Good. Yes, yes.
Give me a pen and some paper. I might be able to work with that, maybe. Might be a little scratchy, but I can practice, maybe.
Or no, or some sort of other sustainable liquid.
Maybe.
Well, thank you very well, Liv. This has been quite illuminating for me. And you won't mind if I tell a story about you or two, if I can find them?
As long as they're not too embellished, I think that'd be okay.
Not too embellished. I can rein myself in then.
I think I'll be going now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Liv.
Thank you, ma'am. And, tell your sister I said thank you as well.
Of course.
And, with that, you see Lift's image kind of appear over Laura's and then disappear. And again, the house goes a bit darker for just a split second this time before coming back to life, and everybody's hair stands a bit on end. But Laura, you're back.
Oh. Wow.
Good, you're back. Well, we have a lot we have to do.
Yeah.
At least you have some answers in the right direction now.
Do I feel tired?
You do. And very thirsty. And you're craving brown bread and stew? It's really weird.
Sis, I need to take a nap. I know it's early and everything, but I'm already exhausted. That took a lot.
I quite understand. I don't know if there's an actual bed in here, so might have to.
No. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna sleep. Oh my gosh, on these rotted sheets? No.
Yes, might have to just simply lay on the floorboards. But don't worry, I have ensured that we will not be actively be harmed by the essence of this place.
Good.
Don't know if there's any more spiders, so I really should have asked him about
what
that.
did they want? Or Mallory, did I Did I hear?
You were aware of the whole conversation.
Okay. Okay, so we need to figure out what this place used to look like.
And of course, find the neighbors and give them a little chat to see what they know. Point us in the right direction with that as well.
Speaking of neighbors, it's been probably about it's been long enough for a short rest, we'll say, for Nap and Kamala's purposes. In 9, you're just now recasting Unseen Servant to begin clearing up more of the first floor of the tavern. When you hear a knock, knock, knock at the front door. Before we get to that, I think now's a good time for a short break. So we will resume in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. See ya.
Alright.
Yes, about that. If you're here to collect any sort of, we're not yet ready to start
Oh
that.
no, of course not. You're you're not running as any kind of inn or tavern, so it would be inappropriate to pay right now. But
How much are they?
What?
well, don't.
Oh,
Let's
hang
not get
on.
right down to brass nibs
Yeah.
just right away. We can keep to the niceties for the moment.
I think that's suitable for me. But if you would like to hear a bit of the spiel, I can talk to you a little bit about the guilds. Because it does look like you'll be fixing up the place, right?
Yes,
We'll
and
see.
we probably could use a few connections to people who could get us through efficiently.
Well,
Point
golly,
us
I
in
can
the
do
right
that.
I would assume you know what I meant when I said efficiently.
But, my lady,
Lloyd
what were
just
you...
puts her head in her hand like, oh god, why don't you just spell it out?
My lady, what were you about to say?
Never mind. I think she's saying it loudly and clearly enough for us all.
Oh no, please,
I don't get
do
it.
explain.
I mean, being efficient in the acquisition of said workers. I don't know how quickly some people do their work around here, but let's just say I do not want to be at the bottom of the list. We are well pressed for time.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, I think we could probably definitely arrange that. Seeing as, well, I was just going on one of my walks in the afternoon, and I saw that it looked like there was some hubbub going on in the tavern. I thought I'd see Volo, but well, I guess he just kind of pawned this piece of property off on you guys now, didn't he?
Why'd you think you'd see Volo?
Well, because he owned the place.
How'd you know?
We had been in a little bit of talks about him fixing it up and figuring things out.
How
but man,
short is this guy?
His face did get right pale when I told him what some of the prices would be like for fixing this place up. He's very short. He's probably around 3 foot tall.
Out of character, it's obviously the dude. I don't know why nobody
Yeah.
else is thinking that. Cause,
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I am. That's why I asked how tall he was.
Wait, what?
I'm just. It's the guy.
The
It's
guy
the guy that
who
was bidding with
bought
Volo.
Oh.
I'm like, it's a halfling, and he's really interested, and he knows that we closed.
Volo said that a human was the one.
Yeah,
who
he's
was-
actually
fat
a
human.
human.
Oh,
He
never
was
mind. My bad.
He was a short human, not a midget.
It's a short
and then he
human.
was fat.
Balding.
Yeah,
Fat
balding.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
no.
very similar to a halfling, just not a halfling. My bad.
Well, if you do plan on running this as an inn, you'll need to join the guild, of course. Have you had a chance to speak to any other guild representatives about repairs for this building?
We've just been cleaning.
Well, even if you don't plan on running it as a business, guild work is still good work. No harm in cleaning the place out on your own, of course, but I would highly recommend contracting some local talent for some of the bigger jobs that you're going to have to do, like the roof and the windows and fixing the hearth in the kitchen, I'm sure. All guild members in Waterdeep are fine craftsmen and business-minded folk, and most are a pleasure to work with, let me tell you. And if you do happen to want to join the Guild of Innkeepers, I'd be happy to offer my assistance with contacting other guild representatives to come out here and bid for repairs. After your membership is paid for, obviously. I'd even be happy to work up some sort of estimate on what you'd likely be paying after I get someone over here to take a look at the property. Free with your guild membership, even.
Not to be of an offense, but seeing as how we are new to this, I don't know if we want to join the fellowship of the actual professionals yet until we have fully ready to commit to said career.
Oh, I do understand. But, well, joining the guild early means that there are some benefits that come along with it, including my being your contact for the rest of the other guild members. I do know quite a few reputable businessmen in the other guilds who I might be able to work a discount with if you join.
And what would said cost be for joining?
We understand, of course, we're not. Some of us quite a tight bind. May need special considerations.
Well, it's 1 dragon a 10-day or 30 dragons a year for membership. So you pay a bit of coin if you pay it all up front. Also, if you're looking to get into some brewing for your own alcohol, then I'd suggest you join up on the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild. Similar fees to ours, I believe, but I can get you in contact with a representative if you're curious about it.
How many
your alcohol will gain traction a lot quicker in the city. You'll have better distribution, and other members are more than happy to share some secrets of the trade to make it even better. If you're going to be cooking food, I suggest then you go with the through the Guild of Bakers to buy your bread and other cooking product. Produce you can get from the Council of Farm Grocers if you want shipments, or you can go to any open market. Either or works. And he just gives a big old smile.
You said 1 dragon for 10?
10 days.
Yes. 1 dragon per 10 day, or you can save a bit of money if you pay.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Do I know this guy?
I was just gonna ask, does he know us?
Yeah, and how do you know who he says that he is who he says he is?
Yeah.
Nap, you have no idea who this is?
Oh, that's weird.
Because you're in the Northward. This is not the Southward.
That's weird.
Any of us that would know him? Probably not. Not a representative. Maybe.
No, like, none of us know the guild.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that before we do anything, we should take a visit to the guild. I know you want us to be all up front.
Well, I hear he has 9 children and a lovely wife.
He does have 9 children and a lovely wife.
Wait, I don't get it.
It's on his handout.
On his handout.
He just hasn't said it yet.
On one hand, it couldn't hurt to stretch our legs and get to know them better personally. Yes.
Oh, if you're looking for some papers, I do have some on me. And he takes out from like his side satchel some official papers that mark him as an official representative of the Guild of Innkeepers.
Taking a look at them.
Sure.
We'll have to roll to see if they're legit.
An investigation check?
Shit. That should be just the... Oh. Well, the first roll's a 5 anyway, so still an 8.
Looks legit.
Okay.
Okay, I take out a dragon. Like, we're gonna join.
Oh, that's great. I'll just consider this a down payment then. He takes the dragon from you. I happen to have some papers with me as well. And from his side satchel, he takes out some papers. He walks over to the bar top, writes one of the stools, and hops on top of it, and begins filling out some paperwork. Now, I'll need all of you to sign, because you are all co-owners, correct?
Yes.
Can I
Great.
work for more than one guild at a time?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Can you what from more than one guild at a time?
Work.
Sign up with.
Oh.
Yeah, the Guild of Innkeepers in particular is a little bit different because there are people that like own
Invest
taverns,
in land, yeah.
but they also do other stuff. Yeah. You know, it depends. It depends on what your particular trade is. Typically, like if you were, say, if you were in Nine's Guild with the instrument makers, if you do woodworking, as well, you would also have to join another like the wood carvers guild. So it just depends on what your kind of businesses are. You can be a member of more than one guild. Now, if you want, not everybody has to sign, but I do need somebody to sign that is an owner of this establishment to be a member of the guild. You will just be our contact person when it comes to dealing with contractors as well.
I mean, guess it couldn't hurt to just get it out of the way and get it going.
I'll sign as well.
Sylvia signs. Big, cursive, scrolly sign.
Okay,
Actually, John Hancock's-
Sylvia Silvermoon. That's quite a flowery name, miss.
Yes, it's quite effective at getting people's attentions.
Yes, I'd say so. And Laura Rainan. Pleasure to meet you both. Anybody else?
I don't sign.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't sign either.
Okay. Come on.
I mean, to be completely honest, I merely handle more of the upfront business things. They're more of just silent partners, really. They're not too keen on this whole thing.
Wait, Kamala, are you gonna sign?
I'd rather keep my self out of guild politics as much as possible.
And Sylvia's kind of saying, yes, it is just us. We are just handling the politics and money.
Kamala, you say? That's not a very common name. You wouldn't have to be Kamala Skyflame, my lady.
Indeed, one and the same.
Oh, well, I'll be. A noble making a name for themselves in the humble part of the Northern Ward. I bid you a good welcome, my lady, and very much welcome your patronage and your coin in this district. Now, I understand wanting to keep out of guild politics, but I assure you, we are nothing but upstanding and fine folk.
Oh, of course. But,
I mean, if I may be so bold to presume that you are busy with other things.
Let's look this place
Miss
over. How much is
Skyflame?
it gonna cost?
Well, just from taking a look on the outside, I'm not somebody who does appraisals, but I can give you a general, what I think. All in. Just for repairs, not for guild fees. Right?
We missed the number.
I didn't say it. I didn't say a number yet. I just...
Can you give them separately?
Yes, I can. It depends on what kind of guild fees you're... Well, this wouldn't come into effect until after it was up and running, except, of course, you now being signed members of the Guild of Innkeepers, or the Fellowship of Innkeepers, sorry. It is the Fellowship of Innkeepers. You will be expected to pay 1 gold piece every 10 days, or we can consider this a down payment until you can give another 29 gold pieces within the 10-day, and we consider you paid for the week. For the year.
Yeah.
Up to you, though. But
I don't know if this place will be up and running in a 10-day.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, not up and running in the 10-day, but it would still pay you out through the year, and you'd be ready to go for the rest of the year when it is up and running. We work quick, the guilds. Waterdeep is quite the chaotic city, and there's always, if you'll pardon my language, just all kinds of shit happening around the place. Magic, fires, different adventurers gallivanting about, wrecking the place. We're very efficient. So, depending on we actually get an actual appraiser in here, they assess the damage and what all needs to be fixed up. I don't see it taking more than probably 20 days?
I think we should probably focus on the more short term, like maybe just probably 3 gold just to cover a 3-10 day, and then we'll see about the year.
Of course.
Starting small. Don't want to get too over our heads with more than already are.
As you know, I am a neighbor. You can pay me whenever you like. Since you are not paying up front for the year, you will have to pay every 10-day, and I'll give you my address. You can find me there, or you can go straight to the guild chapter in the North Ward in this district and pay them there. Either's good. Now, as for what I think this is going to cost to repair, I think probably at most 2,000 dragons. That's on the high end. I am not an expert in this. I imagine it'll be lower. There's quite a lot of work to be done, especially with that roof.
Yes.
Thanks for that assessment.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Are there any rules about opening up the bar before all the repairs are completed?
I would not recommend it until you get a safety inspection from the city and they deem it not a health hazard. Right now it is. Base level repairs, though, not counting the fancy stuff like putting in real nice tables and chairs. You'd be looking at fixing the plumbing, probably getting the roof fixed, making sure the walls is all good. No more mold windows. Getting your initial shipment of goods, hauling out any junk from the place. I could see that probably just taking a 10-day, to be honest. In the meantime, you're free to do whatever kind of work you're looking to do around the city. You seem like quite capable folk. I imagine you'll be quite popular. I'm sure people will be knocking on your door in no time, looking for things for you to do.
Tell me, where are the money lenders?
Oh, there's quite a few over in the Castle Ward. There are a few in the North Ward as well. He thinks about it for a second. I believe the noble Castellanter family does own a bank. You could talk to them about it, though.
What family?
The Castellanters. If you're looking to deal with them. Though somehow I feel like after my little visit, you might get some more interesting folk turning up to your door looking to give out loans. Just be a little careful who you decide to take some money from. Banking is not overseen by the guilds. So, just about anybody can give out money. Just be careful what you contracts you're signing. That's just my advice.
Right. And I look at the contract that we just signed.
Don't worry.
I assure you, as an upstanding guild member of Waterdeep, there is nothing but good in this paperwork. It is very simple. It just ties you to the Guild of Innkeepers for a year. You agree to pay the fees either up front, all at once, or every 10-day, up until the year. 14.93. And it'll be good until the next mere toll.
Don't worry, Laura. We're going to get this working. All going to be fine. It's all going to work. Trust me. Our parents will be proud of it.
Yeah.
It's just
I would agree.
It's a new venture. It's a new venture, really.
This place will be lovely once it's all done and fixed up. And he gets off the stool, rolls up his papers, and puts them into his bag with the 1 gold piece. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have some other business I need to attend to. I'll speak with a couple of my fellow guild mates about getting some other representatives up here, especially someone to appraise and assess damages and repairs.
Yeah.
You might see a few other guild representatives come through. Tell them that you are a papers carrying member of the Guild of Innkeepers. Tell them my name, Brox the Fairkettle, and I'm sure everything will go nice, smooth, right as rain.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Of course. Now, if you do ever need me, I live on... Did it say what street he lives on in his handout?
I think so.
This is near the troll.
Yeah, he lives
alley.
on... I live on Brondar's Way, and he gives you a specific house. I might not be there at all times. I am quite busy. But my wife probably will be, and I have a lot of kids. Chances are you'll see them running around the streets around here.
You know those applings.
Yes, we do have quite the large families.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
a
them all to
busy
death,
home
but oh man, there's so many.
a busy home is a happy home.
Beer and kids.
Her, my wife's name is Elodie.
Elodie, thank you.
Beautiful name. How much foot traffic do you expect in a location like ours?
Oh, quite a lot. You're right on the corner, getting into Troll Skull Alley. And one second. I need to look at it. There it is exactly on. You're right on the corner here, getting into a lot of the businesses on Sheridan Street. Not too far off the high road. Do some particularly effective advertising and get some word of mouth out there once this is all fixed up. I can see you pulling in quite a good chunk of coin. Chunk of coin. What the fuck?
Tell me, is there any sort of town crier services?
Oh yes. There's Fatima Al Umari. She runs the. Hold on.
How are you remembering this?
That was a mouthful of words. Fatima Al Umari. Whoa.
Her name is Fatima Al Umari, and she runs the Zephyr Post. She it's kind of like a local newsletter type thing that she runs. She let's see what does her business do exactly? They send lots of messages, kind of like a courier service, but with hawks. So no people, just birds. So fast and kind of effective, but you know, if you're looking for information, she's pretty good. She also has mercenaries and other hirelings that you can get through her.
Do you know if they have good advertising rates?
I would
think
this
place
so.
Up and running, this might help to get more eyes and ears on this place.
Yeah, I would think so. If you'd like, I can stop by her place and tell her to come check it out. Or at least tell her to expect you.
Yes, tell her to expect me. I'll probably be quite busy.
Alright. I can do that. Let's see. I'm sure you'll be meeting all the people around here, but do you want me to give you a rundown of who all your neighbors are?
Let me get something to write with. Yes.
Alright. So, there's a fellow by the name of Vincent Tranch. He's kind of like a private investigator type. He owns the Tiger's Eye. That's his little shop. Very small, seeing as, well, he doesn't sell nothing except his brains and all. So, there's him. I already told you about Fala Lefalier. They run Corellan's Crown, which is a greenhouse. Might be real nice. Talk to them about livening up the place with some greenery once it's all fixed up. There's Fatima Alumari, who I told you about as well. As for other people, there's Rishal the page turner. Nice fella. Dragonborn. Real tall. Skinny too for a dragon. But, well, I guess that's just how he is. He runs a bookshop called the Bookworm's Treasure. There's also Tally Fellbranch. He runs a carpentry shop. Probably a good person to talk to for getting an idea on repairs if you want something more immediate before I send my...
I'm sorry, say Fellbranch?
Yeah, Tally Fellbranch. Half elven type, I believe. Or wood elf. Can't quite remember. Something like that. Then there's Embrick and Avi. Ganassi. Embrick's fire and Avi's water. They run the Steam and Steel Forge. Really great work. Avi in particular is very good with the finer crafts. Embrick's more practical, does armors and some weaponry, practical items, plates maybe, stuff like that. Very nice couple. Then there's... Oh, that's it. That's it. He stops there. And I think that's it for other businesses around these parts.
Oof. Well, okay. Seems I have a lot of people I need to talk to.
Potentially.
Oh, wow, this is a very...
This is a what?
This is a very big project.
Oh, I'd say. I can see why Volo didn't want to deal with it. He tends to fancy himself more of a wandering, artsy, ratting type. So, somewhere static that's a tavern doesn't really seem too much something that's up his alley.
Why did you buy it in the first place, then?
Got me. He's kind of he's a little eccentric, so probably just thought might be something good to invest to. Maybe he heard the stories of the poltergeist that lives here and thought it would be good research for maybe one of his books or something.
Alright, well, we got a mess on our hands. We knew that.
Yes, we will. Braxley, you've been very, very thorough, and my hand is starting to cramp.
Well, I do wish y'all good luck. Expect some more visitors tomorrow. I'm going to start sending out a couple paper birds out to some of the other guild representatives, get some people over here, take a look at the place, get you more of an accurate assessment of what your actual gold totals are going to be looking like. And then you don't have to make any decisions right now. When you do, you will have to sign some contracts, make a down payment, and then pay after the work is complete.
Oof. Yes.
There are a couple different ways to handle it. You can either pay all of the different guild contractors individually. Yeah, you might save a little bit of money, or you can pay directly through the Fellowship of Innkeepers. We'll handle all of the messy bookkeeping business, and you have to pay a little bit of a fee to us, but not too much. So, all depends on how much work you want to keep track of. we'd also happily manage the project for you. And he gives you a big smile.
I'm sure that's something that we will be needing to discuss.
I'm sure it is. Have a good day now, y'all.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, good sir.
And he takes off his hat, gives a quick bow, with a flourish, puts it back onto his head, turns heel, and leaves.
So, Kamala, you wouldn't happen to have 2,000 dragons in your back pocket, would you?
Yes, I'm just slumming it down here for fun. But I do know that my family does do some business with the Castellanters. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to get us involved or anything.
But you would be good at the handling of the gathering of the initial funding?
I mean, we have some coins to start, but dumping $2,000, but dumping some cash on $2,000 repair is unreasonable.
Unreasonable. Listen.
There's a knock at the door.
Already. I go.
He did not lie.
Outside, you see, taller, a bit shorter than average height. Human man, bit of, slightly dusky skin, 5 o'clock shadow, shoulder length black hair, loud purple, shirt and, overshirt, very loud purple cap with 2 large peacock feathers and a, handlebar mustache and perfectly twirled points.
Oh god, he's a biker.
Outside, I'm gonna share an image with you just a second. He kind of like gives you a little wave. Hello.
Hello.
Do I know this person?
I don't know. Make an intelligence check. They do not have a loot on their back. I could not find anything without a loot.
Darn.
Unfortunately, you do not recognize him.
Okay.
Tell me, are you the owners of this fine establishment?
Yes.
Fine establishment.
I mean, what might your name be, sir?
J.B. Nevercott. Pleasure to meet you.
And your purpose?
Well, I am
no offense,
Waterdeep.
we're as you obviously we're not open for business just yet, so.
Well, I am a bit new to the city, but I'm a bit of an investor, and I like to get into my businesses early. And I couldn't help but notice that there was some work being done here. A fine young man just left. And as I was approaching, you must do something about these windows. They are quite broken. I couldn't help but hear that you were having some money problems.
We are going to be working on that shortly.
Looking for a little bit of coin to maybe get this place up and running.
We have figuring out ways to well balance our financial.
Should be.
KK, say that again. You got cut off.
Actually, to be frank, it may be a lot of coin.
Oh, that is no problem. I am not a complete solver of problems. I am, as I said, an early investor in projects that look to have promise. This may sound like a deal that's too good to be true, but I made a lot of my money in haberdashery. I'm very good at hats, and he straightens his hat a little bit.
Oh.
So, call me a little bit of a merchant. And I have some coin that I'm looking to spend in some interesting places. Yours being one such place. Now, I can't help but notice, I don't think you were... There was another man who was in this place before. I'd spoken to him. His name was Volo, I believe.
Yep.
That's
I
the
don't
famous
remember
man.
this.
So are you the new owners, then?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am currently the one overseeing all the situations here, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what is your name, my dear?
I am Sylvia Silverman, star of the stage and poet of the page.
Ah,
Always
lovely
here
to
to
meet
ready
you.
a moment's notice for any sort of performance as needed.
He takes your hand, gives a slight, very, show-offy bow with the one hand and kisses your hand. A pleasure to meet you.
I'm just
A
waiting for
pleasure.
the
Madam
one that your
Silvermoon.
title becomes like a 2-minute like monologue.
I'm
Well, of
sure it'll
course.
happen one day.
Yeah.
And now, please. Cool.
Does anyone remember the Volo conversation? Wasn't this guy
Not
mentioned?
balding, not
No,
Potbelly.
no, not the guy that was purchasing. Like before, when we were in the tavern, like 2 weeks ago. I thought he mentioned somebody that, remember, he was like, he wore a really great hat. I asked him where he got it from, but I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. It was
Oh,
a
so
few
wait
weeks
a
ago.
minute. You were the one that was drinking heavily with Volo then, right? A while back?
Am I right? I don't even know. I just wanted to talk about it.
Sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
So she is asking.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm listening to this stuff. I don't write the journals, but I'm trying here.
Yeah, no.
guys.
Let me check my notes here real quick.
Believe me, I went through like 5 pages of my notebook paper right now. It's a small
Oh,
notebook,
I
but
bet.
still.
Thank you.
Yes,
It was such a knowledge dump, and I was like,
Because no
say my
offense,
name.
right now only Sylvia and Laura have signed paperwork, so only their heads are potentially in trouble. So potentially only their heads are the face of the place. So it's more like silent backers, really.
You know what? I think you might be right. I think I did share some drinks with Volothamp.
Ooh, I was right.
But-
Hell yeah.
Oh man, that was quite the evening.
Yes, it
He
was.
seemed quite despondent about this place. Kind of see why. Now that I'm getting a look at the interior. But you're looking to fix up the place, yes?
Yes, looking to spruce it up. Yes.
Well, if you're looking to do that, again, I do have a bit of coin, and I'd like to get into my prospects early, and I would say this is very early.
And what would your interest in your funding be?
I could see this being a very interesting place.
In what way interesting?
I can give... He kind of strokes his mustache with his fingers. I can give... He kind of like does some motions with his fingers after he lifts them off of his mustache as he like does some internal calculations. I think I could do a 500 gold piece loan.
I meant what your personal interest was.
Yes, I was about to get to that. After the place is all fixed up, you could owe me nothing. But I would get free.
I'm
Free-
sorry, you cut out.
It's fine. No, it's because he's thinking out his deal. You would not have to pay me back. However, I do know this is only a tavern. But should I ever need it, I would like a room And I would expect free drink and food, and admittance whenever I pleased. I would not invade your personal space, just the tavern.
Would that include also past closing hours?
Yes.
I see.
I think
If this does not work, you could simply pay me back 5%.
I mean, it all depends. Like, I mean, personally, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but depends what kind of business you're looking to do. If it's just, a place to crash, that's different. What?
If it's a place to crash and make some trouble come, that might be worrisome.
No, of course not. This would not be anything illegal or shady.
And
I
you're
just like to have
stay like a week every now and then, right? Or like
yes.
You're not going to be
No, I would
living
not
here the entire
overextend
time,
my stay.
Okay.
Not to be so rude. I am a traveling merchant, but I like to have places in the cities that I travel where I know that I can go.
So you wouldn't
Without
mind this being
hassle.
put into a contract then?
No, I would not.
Well, usually liars are a lot more hesitant than that, so...
I'm on board with a simple morality contract. Should be simple to pull off.
Yes, a few clauses about if you ever cause any harm to come to the place, or if you ever cause this place to be shut down, then such free room board and necessities would become null and void upon such behavior. If such happened. In the unlikely event, of course, unlikely.
But in the unlikely event that it would come to pass that this place would have to be shut down within the year, then I would expect my money back. I'm looking for a long term.
Right.
Of course, of course.
I want my business prospects to be as interested in their businesses as I am.
Is your business always pronounced?
How so?
Will you be bragging about your benefits?
No. I don't see why I would do that. I don't want anybody else moving in on the deal that I'm working out with you.
Always a wise idea.
Does anyone remember anything else about the conversation with Volo? I just remembered that it's the same person.
Nope.
Nope.
Would you require anything special here, such as, I don't know, some sort of, huh?
He was specific. I wouldn't give him the opportunity.
We don't exactly have our full menu yet, you see.
Oh, of course. I would be more than happy to provide my assistance on suggestion for what kind of food and drink you might carry when you're planning the menu, of course.
I do have some along the lines of something more
as well.
Interesting, such as like a vault. If you wanted to contribute a little more in the future. I'm seeing he's a merchant.
We can discuss it. I do have my money held quite securely in certain banks. Though it is an interesting idea.
Yeah, like don't do that. Less is more.
No, I want him to give us more money.
And not a...
So, out of all of you, I only know Miss Sylvia Silvermoon. Please, do tell me your names.
To be fair, they're merely silent partners. They're not as dealing with the day-to-day things. They're just merely advisor.
I still would like to know the people that I am dealing with. You all seem to be as interested in this as your companion, Sylvia.
Oh, we were a little dragged into it, yeah.
Informally, of course. Lady Kamala Skyflame.
My lady, a pleasure to meet you. And he takes your hand and kisses it as well.
I allow it. No.
Skyflame, I believe that's a noble family in these parts, isn't it?
Indeed, since near the founding of Waterdeep. We've,
Very. Very interesting. And what about you? And he looks towards Laura.
Yeah, I'm Laura Raynon. I'm normally a hunter. I'm also new to the city.
Ah, I see. Well, welcome to Waterdeep, my lady. And he tries to he does a bow and tries to take your hand to kiss it if you're offering it to him, but if you're not, then he's not going to do that.
I will.
Okay. And he will do the same maneuver he's done with all of the women so far. And my good sirs.
I'm 9 caves, and I put my hand out for him to kiss it.
Well, I won't say no. And he does so.
My name's Afternoon Nap.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Knapp. A pleasure to meet all of you. You make quite the interesting bunch, I must say.
Yes, we do create quite a full house, don't we?
Yeah. But
Name drop, roll credit.
It had to be said once. It had to be said
roll
once.
credits.
He thinks about it for a second, and he kind of nods. That is a clever way of putting it.
Okay, so they work out a contract. He signs it, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sylvia will be the one signing it.
So Mr. Nevercaught will say, to get this informal writing, I will make an appointment with one of the what the fuck are they called? Yeah, we'll just call him
notary.
We'll just call him solicitor. Yeah,
Notary public,
notary.
yep.
I'll get into contact with one of the notary of the city. I'll send you a message via Paperbird. Expect it. We'll call it tomorrow afternoon, and we'll try to make the appointment for not for tomorrow, obviously, but the day after. I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, you make your contracts, and I will have the 500 gold pieces set aside for you to work with.
Great.
I'm sure
Once
it'll
we
be a
have all the
pleasure
paper-
seeing you again.
Of course. Once we have all the paperwork dealt with, I will hand you your gold in full. In Waterdeep Dragons, of course. Don't want to pull over any fast ones on my business partners.
We've been burned before, so it's understandable. Thank you.
Very good. A pleasure meeting you all. Good luck with the repairs.
Thank you, sir.
And he leaves.
Well, that's
There's another
going
knock
to-
at the door. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, really. There, so.
Well, that's going to help a bit, but I highly doubt that's going to cover more than the initial structural repairs.
I mean, it's a pretty sweet deal. I would just take it. It's okay. Oh, he left. Yeah,
No
he left.
offense,
Yeah,
but,
I'd be like, it's pretty good. It's a pretty fair trade, I would say.
yes,
a lot of
but
money.
as I always say, the devil's in the details, and I'll make sure the devil is not there.
Yeah, well, that's why I will have the contract. And I'd hope that Kamala would have access to a decent lawyer. Or
A
whatever
juvie
they might
lawyer,
be
yeah.
called.
No. Better still.
Kamala is a student of poetry. That means she knows words and how to twist them. That's why. That's why she wants to make sure there's no way it can be twisted.
And
You hear another knock at the door,
there we go.
and I
Son of a
think
bitch.
that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Okay, great.
You guys are going to be getting a lot of visitors, which we're going to speed through next. Well, not speed through, but we're going to do more of a vignettes kind of thing next week to get through the, basically what is currently
non-adventuring part of
the
it.
Tavern Management Simulator.
Yeah.
Which
We might have
I
to
think
send
is
9 and Nap on on not what do you call them? Not couriers, but people who go and do things for you because they're fast.
Couriers.
Yeah, that would be Nap. He's a courier.
Couriers.
Literally couriers.
Yeah, Nap is
Messenger-
literally
yeah.
a courier.
Yeah, I was going to say like messenger boys, but
That is
Way to make us sound so expensive.
way to demean my job.
Yeah. Also, not my job.
So obviously we can make Tavern Management Simulator as much or as little to do with this game as we want. Obviously we can do anything in between as well. So you guys let me know what you would like to do with this place. Obviously we're going to be doing a bit more of it. And I would like you guys to have a list of things that you want to do for next week, because we are going to consider it some downtime for a 10-day.
Oh boy.
That includes things that for the people who have actual jobs like Nap and 9, like doing your actual jobs and talking to your bosses about it. So we can have scenes with that next week as well. I'm going to have a list of people who are going to be visiting the tavern. I have the totals worked up for everything as well, which can potentially be negotiated. So just keep that in mind. And I'm also going to have a variety of sources where you could be getting some money.
Nice.
Yay,
Besides
money.
your friend JB Nevercaught, who agreed to give you 500 dragon.
I just wonder if Nap's boss is like J. Jonah Jameson. What? You're talking about you're working on it? Ain't you been out flying? He's over here. Damn it.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man!
Yeah.
I need to deliver his Christmas
Give me
order.
pictures of Spider-Man. That was the first thing in my head.
That's so perfect.
These pictures are terrible! You're fired! Walks away. But sir... Blah, 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 blah. Wait, Parker, get back here! You're hired again!
Now you're fired.
Oh, man. Did you know that in the Spider-Man game, Darren DePaul did J. Jonah Jameson's voice acting in that?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Darren
I don't know
DePaul
who either
Reinhardt.
of those people are.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Sure.
Also,
I know Reinhardt.
Arden from Final Fantasy 15.
And also, I think Dave Johnson.
No. That's
No, that was
J.K. Simmons.
that was the actual guy who played J. Jonah Jameson in the movies.
There you go.
I haven't heard that name in a long time. It's been a hot minute.
Darren DePaul. What else has he done that you guys would recognize?
Good night.
Besides
Good
you, yeah,
I need to see what else. He did.
Paul